All right. All right.
Hi.
We're here. Yay. Oh my goodness. You know, I had good intentions earlier today, and my family does not. So for us, we have to get all of our Christmas stuff up right now. Otherwise, it just doesn't happen. And let's see, we found out a mouse got into the one that had all of our stockings in it, and it
Oh
ate
no.
all my stockings. Like, it just was one thing after another. So,
Fun.
it was great times. But like I told Jen, I just had a raspberry cream cheese pie, which was amazing. I told my husband I got it, and he's like, "Do we have to wait till Thursday?" I was like, "No, this is like pre-game pie. We're
And
starting early. We're starting early."
so, so I sent Amy a message before I got. I'm like, okay, I'll be right there. I have to get something to drink. She's like, you might need something strong for this one. So like, shh.
It's true. It's true.
Well,
So I was
there may be not just coffee in here.
seriously, so someone sent me this and I started watching it. Um, I should not have watched it while I was at the gym. I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be walking on the treadmill or elliptical or whatever." Um, and so I'm going you have a possum? All right, mine doesn't sound so bad now.
No.
I'll take the mouse chewing my stockings.
We had when we lived in Florida, there was a crab in my closet once. And in our garage, okay, I forgot to close the sliding door when I let the dog out. And in the middle of the night, we just hear this in our closet. It was a land crab.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's so good. All right, so I watched this, and I had done a like an Instagram story after I got home from the gym, and I was like, "Whoa." Like, this is rough. I'm kind of triggered, and Jen was like, can I ask who you were she's like, "Can I guess who you were watching?" I was like, You know who I'm watching, because oh, it's
She was the
hard.
inspiration for my reel today.
Yeah.
Those are the two quotes that are in the caption are her.
Oh my gosh. It's so rough. Okay. So I am going to pop in my little disclaimer real quick.
And let's see in the chat if you can guess who we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. Yep. While we're running the disclaimer, let's see if you guys know who we're going to be watching today. And I think I am going to speed her up maybe a little bit because she talks a little bit slow. So I'll look at that too.
She must not have had her go-go juice. There's a hint.
Oh, snap. All right.
Uh,
Oh Lordy. Yes. We're going to be talking about Miss Cat.
I need like a week if I want to cover autumn.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what to say with her anymore. Autumn is you need a
Currently, Miss Molstad is keeping her kids off of social media because apparently she's getting reamed about leaving her youngest at home asleep while driving her daughter to the bus stop, which is not necessarily close to her house. If you have to drive to the bus stop, that is not close.
No.
And yeah, so
Interesting. Yeah,
she's a hot mess. Let's just put it that way. And I don't even look at her stuff anymore. It's not worth it.
I don't either. I really don't watch. The interesting thing to me with her though is that she continually says that she used to be with Beachbody, and it's like
I did send clips of her saying that to compliance, but surprise, surprise, no response from them.
I think that compliance has their hands just a little full. I think that they
just a little.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit because I did have a couple people ask me questions about the reverse stock split that happened today.
Oh, they did it today? What did they do? A
50 to 1.
Ooh.
Like, that is a very aggressive. So, I thought I would just read really quickly. Erin and I have been talking today, and here is what Erin said. Short term, the stock could really pop because the amount of shares went from 140-ish million to under 3 million. So now it takes 50 times less trading volume to move the stock up or down. A lot of the time after a stock splits, they have a big pump and dump. So that could happen here. But long term, I think the company from a fundamentals perspective is dying. I don't think there's actually a turnaround to be done. And I think they're still going to sell more stock by issuing shares, which will hurt the price.
Yeah.
Stock price post split tomorrow is $7.50. So whenever we refer to the future price, we have to divide that by 50 to get the pre-split price so we can understand how the price is actually doing.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting.
The only math I know how to do is gym math. This is
Sets of 6 to 8. Come on.
no, it's when you're loading the barbell. 45,
Oh,
45 plus 45 is 135.
amen to that. I swear.
Well, okay. I do have one before we get started. How are you feeling after yesterday and your 6 to 8 reps?
Yikes. Yikes. And I remember this from doing Shalene Extreme because she did something very similar where you had like a push phase. My right shoulder is pretty sore. And so I think I kind of overworked my right shoulder a little bit. But it felt really good. It felt really good. So we'll see. But we have
That's
Amy.
why we have that's why we have Aaron help.
Yeah, that's why we have Erin to do stock.
Yeah. See,
But I feel really good.
If you guys go watch my second attempt at a Instagram live yesterday talking about transformation pictures, that was in regards to Aaron Hopkins, and I'm really mad I accidentally deleted the first one because it was good.
Dang it.
So mad. So I do it at the end of the day, and I'm just tired, and I know nobody else is gonna come on because it's late on the East Coast. I'm like, I just said I was gonna do it. I was like, okay, this sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the transformation pictures right now are a problem, and
She smashed her skull.
well, and there's
Oh.
so if you the Hunt Snark on Reddit, Emily Favre, some of them that she's doing to
Oh
Photoshop,
no.
and it's like misshape, like because she's holding her baby and it like his toes are misshapen from how
She's photoshopping her.
she's photoshopping pictures of herself with the baby, and so it's distorting him because of how much she's doing to her. And it's like, it's so brutal to feel like you have to do that all the time. So, okay, what I want to start with though, because I'm starting to get memories popping up from my Facebook, which is brutal. And what were some of the most typical posts you would do before Thanksgiving when you were in Beachbody?
I would start talking about 3-day refresh
Oh, okay.
and talking about you need to work out so you can earn your pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
You have to work out. You can't miss it. And mostly it was pushing the 3-day refresh. And here's what if you eat this, you can do this to work it off, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And we would always lead into a a free challenge. One we did a lot was it was like a clean eating challenge, but each day was something different. So you got more restrictive as the 7 days went on.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, and so mine, I'm not necessarily seeing the 3-day refresh. That's interesting because I did the 3-day refresh quite a bit when I was in. I did it frequently, but which is disgusting. I'm just saying. Ooh, I have nightmares about the fiber sweep. But most of mine are more around like working out the morning of so that you feel better. Not necessarily earning, but making better choices, doing smaller amounts. Like I was giving a lot of nutrition advice that I was not able to do,
Yeah.
right? I should never have been talking about the things that I was talking about. And I think that is kind of the segue that we're going into with Kat, right? Um, trying to lose 30 pounds in 90 days. Oh,
That's not healthy.
it is not healthy. And the problem,
Unless you are actually in a larger body. That is not healthy. Like, and by larger, I mean larger.
like very, you would need to be really large to be able to lose that healthily. I I don't 30 pounds in 90 days is awful. And
I mean,
and I
it's okay. Let's wait. Let's do some math. 10 pounds a month.
well,
So
30
that's
pound 30 pounds in 90 days, they're trying to lose
10 pounds a month.
no, yeah, 10 pounds a month.
So it's not horrible, but
It'd be losing
to put the deadline on it,
it'd be losing 1 pound every 3 days.
yeah, and that's actually not possible. I mean, it is,
Mhm.
but it's not.
But that
1 to 2, half a pound to 2 pounds is the per week is
yeah, they're
generally
losing
that to for you to keep it healthy where you're not eating away at your muscle mass too.
well, and I think part of the problem is that is why we're seeing all of these partners in BODi or the It Works reps or Modere that are having all of these um the yo-yo, right? So they have a before and after picture all the time. And that kind of goes back to Erin, right? So she posted a before and after picture, but if it worked so great, then did it work the first time you did it and you were in the
So
commercials for it?
so she posted the screenshot of her before picture that she completely distorted. Like the shape of your skull changed. That's just not a no.
No.
But then if you scroll down her feed to the same week, she posted another mirror selfie and she looks nothing like this. It's like the same week. It's like,
Yeah.
and people who called her out on it, deleted and blocked, blessed and released. Woo.
It's wild to me. There's Natasha Pearson is also another one that will do that. Her like before and afters will be pretty distorted, but then you'll see an unfiltered picture. Wait a minute.
People were guessing that I was talking about Natasha. I was not talking about Natasha this time. If I was talking about Natasha, I would have said her actual name during my Instagram live.
Yeah.
But because she is number one, Erin is not.
No,
And she
Erin
actually dropped. She's 6 now, I think.
6 because she had been 4, right? Hadn't she been 4 for like ever?
Yeah, now Holly's at 4.
Yeah. This is so wild. Okay, so we're gonna talk to, or we're not.
We're gonna listen to Kat.
We're gonna listen to Kat's nutrition advice, and this is where I put the blame on the company because they make you feel like you know what you're talking about
Yep.
and that you are an expert when you are not. You're not, in fact, an expert, nor should you be talking to anybody about nutrition.
And it doesn't help that they had the Portion Fix certification.
Yeah. And the To Be Mindset certification too, right?
Yep.
So they made you feel even more like you knew what you were doing.
And all you learned was how to sell the program. That's all it is.
Mm. Yeah, they got rid of that pretty quickly. I wonder what backlash they got on those.
No, probably nobody wanted to pay for it.
Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on.
You made yourself big.
I know. I'm like, wait, I need to fix the screen layout. Okay. Yikes.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
okay. So let's go. Now, I do want to point out, and it's kind of like what Jen and I were talking about earlier. There are some good things, right? So it's not saying that all of the advice or all of the things that you get is going to be toxic. And that is what makes it so dangerous, is because it's interwoven. And so it's hard to know like what you should actually follow versus what you shouldn't follow, which
Autumn is queen of this. And
yes,
Kat has learned from Queen.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And she was on her game again today.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't watched cat stories for a hot minute.
Oh,
So,
I mean, Autumn was.
oh, Autumn was?
Yeah, another caption today.
Uh,
And
I
horrible squat form.
I was just watching her things. Oh, all of the ones I saw today, she was just selling.
Oh no, she posted a reel.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it later. All right, here we go. And I did put it at 1.25. If we need, yes, best channel is giving some great advice. Like it depends on height. And this is one of the issues that I have with some of these, like Portion Fix is one of them, where it's like, oh, well, the most you should ever eat is this amount. And it's like, you're not taking into account so much information.
Well, and remember, Portion Fix for those who are in larger bodies who may be in the 300s, right? The calculations tell you, the program tells you, if you calculate over 2,499 calories, do not eat above that, stay here.
Yep. Which is not healthy for like some need more than that. And that's okay.
Especially if you're going to be doing Dig Deeper.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But no, Miss Allie Upham's doing a 3-day refresh.
While doing Dig Deeper?
She's done it twice now.
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. I would too, though. And I will tell you this right now. Like, I know the 3-day refresh says not to do like strenuous workouts, but you also have to stick to your workout program and post that on social media. And so you get this conflicting message of stay on program / don't do the program / and so, and you're so, you get so into you have to work out every single day that I couldn't I could not mentally go through not working out for those 3 days. Like I couldn't handle that mentally. It was like, no, I have to do this program.
Yep.
So yikes. All right, here we go. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because of the level of activity that you're doing. Like, and that's where Autumn said, I think it was last week, she was like, there's bio individuality. And I'm like, from someone who does the same plan, like for everybody, what are you talking about, lady?
She said that a few times, and I think she, like a lot of the other things she says and words she uses, she does it to sound smart. She doesn't know how to use it properly, like a whole bunch of other language.
Yeah, I agree.
She basically just regurgitates content from her IIN courses.
Yep.
Like I really think I would love to run her last 2 captions through like a plagiarizing checker to see how much is actually copied and pasted from her course. Because Brittany,
one of those.
Yeah, Brittany Morgan and I have caught her doing that before.
Oh, interesting. I do have a plagiarism checker because I'm in school now, so I should have to. Maybe I'll have to run some stuff through that.
Perfect. Well, I am super excited to jump in with everybody this morning. I really just felt like it's always, I just dropped things, but I always feel like around this time, it's really a good time to start talking about nutrition. And it was confirmed when about 8 people emailed me and said, I'm struggling with nutrition. And I was like, you know what? It is time to get our group together and get our mindsets right and to really chat about everything nutrition. So I will open this up in a second for questions. And if you have questions as we go, feel free to drop them in the chat, or if you want to just unmute, feel free to do that. I am so excited to connect with you as your coach and to help you guys on this journey. And the very first thing I want to do is I want to celebrate you, right? I want to celebrate all of us because we're making an effort, okay? Let's not forget that just making an effort is a win. It's a win. It's not supposed to be perfect. It is not this journey, especially nutrition, that is going to all of a sudden be a light bulb and it changes and you're perfect on nutrition all your life. And let's also just face the fact that nutrition is one of the hardest things to change. Why? Because you actually have to eat to survive. So it's not like something that is a bad habit like smoking and that you can just stop it because it's horrible for you. And so you can just cold turkey and stop it and never see it again.
I absolutely hate that she compares eating to smoking and sugar to smoking.
And it's interesting. She very much is one that, because there are some of them who compare it to alcohol.
She shouldn't do
And she
that.
will not do that because that
She
is,
loves her wine. She will not give up her wine. Now,
yep.
granted, I am drinking some right now. There's some Baileys in here, but not a lot.
Isn't it funny
I'm
how
not
many
a coffee creamer, so it works well.
how many people are saying, sorry, I can't find my cursor. How many people are saying how much she sounds like Autumn?
Oh, absolutely.
She absolutely does. It's uncanny, and I think that is by design. Absolutely by design.
Nutrition is much more challenging because you actually still have to create a relationship with food, and you have to change what your relationship is with food. So, I think one of the things that we really need to address is that what we're talking about here in nutrition, we will talk about foods and things like that, but really the biggest thing that you need to change is your relationship with food. And it's an important relationship because it's one that you are going to have every single day, right? And the biggest mindset shift that you need to make with food is that it's not about punishment when you're eating healthy. And that is a huge flip that you need.
Okay, but have you seen their breakfasts?
Broccoli and hard-boiled eggs.
It looks like punishment to me. I'm not even gonna lie.
It really does. She is not talking about nutrition.
She's
And I have a
not.
feeling she won't.
No, she is talking about dieting and restriction. And
The only people that I continuously see talking about restriction isn't punishment are body reps.
Mhm.
And they do it to justify their food restriction.
Yep. Absolutely. Now, I mean, I have had broccoli like in an omelet with cheese and like
I had a skillet last Saturday. I did the veggie skillet. It had broccoli and zucchini and mushrooms and onions and eggs, but I also had cheese and avocado on it.
Yep.
That's like one of my like that is my rebellious thing to do every time I like have something that avocado cheese. We're having both because for 5 years I wasn't allowed to.
Yep, you had to make a choice. And here's the thing, and sometimes broccoli and hard-boiled eggs sounds good to me. I know it's kind of, to me, it's the mind games I have to play now because I'm like, wait, like roasted broccoli sounds really good. And it's like, okay, wait, does it really sound good to me? Does it really sound good, or do I feel like I have to have it? And so I think that is the interesting thing. And again, she should not be making any recommendations about nutrition, diet, restriction.
She shouldn't even be coaching on mindset.
No. I'm like, if you have this much of a struggle, you need a therapist and a registered dietitian if you want to get your mindset around nutrition right. And you don't need someone who bought a Total Solutions pack.
Yep.
To start making. So that flip needs to be that I am not punishing myself for hating my body and being, I'm going to say a horrible word, fat, right? That is not
Pause.
and making myself eat.
Did she just call it a horrible word?
She just called it a horrible word. Fat is not a bad word. Fat is not a horrible word. We all have fat.
Yep. And we need fat.
And we need it. One of the ways that we can start taking control back and working towards respecting our bodies, not always loving our bodies, because that is not realistic, but we can show our bodies respect, is actually using the word fat as a descriptor and embracing it.
Well, and it's important to me
and
too.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Fat is not a feeling.
That is true. Yeah.
Did you get your word wheel? Did I ever send you the word wheel?
I don't think so.
Oh, I got to send you the word wheel.
Well, so here's the thing though, is like, I was so scared of fat, right? Because everything is low fat. And I mean, they scare you, right? That's why that's why we had to choose between avocado and cheese. It was because of the amount of fat in it. And, and it's not just BODi. I mean, I was scared of fat from the 90s, right? Everything was low fat. I can't believe it's not butter spray. I put that crap on everything. Because it's a free food,
When
whatever.
I was serving at Longhorn Steakhouse in Florida, I had a regular person that would come in, and she would get a side salad. She would bring in her own dressing. It was salad and sweet potato lunch combo.
Mm.
She would bring in her own dressing, and she would bring in Molly McButter.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
And it smelled so horrible. She would douse her she put on sweet potato with cinnamon, no sugar, just cinnamon. So at least she put the cinnamon on there. Hey, Bethany. But let's think about, okay, so the portion fixed plans, no matter what plan you fall under, you're allowed one blue.
Yeah, one. Yep.
You get like the teaspoons increase, but for an actual container, one blue, no matter what.
Yeah. And, and it made me, so when I went like opposite of BODi, right? Once I left BODi and went to prove it, I was like, oh my gosh, so I ate all the fat, right? Because I was like, holy cow, and it was so good. And it's like, okay, wait, how do I balance this? Right? Yeah, Bethany. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to bring back any bad memories with the butter spray, you guys. I'm so sorry. The only thing I liked the butter spray for it was corn on the cob. It made it really easy to just like spray it on it. But yikes. Yeah, you have that.
There's vitamins that are fat soluble. In order for your body to utilize them, they need fat to transport.
And the people who make you feel like it's bad is because of BODi. It's because of this rhetoric that they continue to push, and they say that they're not diet, but they are completely diet culture still.
Broccoli for breakfast, right? Because if you're working through that mindset of this is punishment, I hate myself, I hate my body, I am going to punish myself by eating healthy, you're never going to get to the place where you're making healthy nutrition a lifestyle, and it's going to continue to be a diet, which is, by the way, the word die with a T.
Oh my God.
I told you, Jen, we're 3 minutes in. We are 3 minutes in. A diet is strictly what you're eating. It's just what you're eating. Like, it's the food that you're eating.
I can't believe she just said that.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh my Lord.
Right?
Die means the in German. Thank you, Rose. It does. That is true.
Like she's the first one. I know, right? Like she's like, oh my gosh, this is so new. But I mean, come on.
I'm already not motivated by her.
No, I am not motivated by her at all. And here's the thing. The problem that I had after leaving BODi was I didn't want vegetables. I didn't want to eat that because it did feel like punishment because I'm like, oh crap, I have to eat an insane amount of this or this or this. And it just, yikes on bikes. Yikes on bikes is right.
Yep.
And you guys were 3 minutes in. Oof.
Right? So the most important thing we need to work on is flipping that mindset.
Okay, wait, but she is the one who is continually dialing it back in, getting back on the wagon. So for her to be trying to teach people how to make this a lifestyle,
right now for the next like 8 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever, she's locking it in.
Lock it in.
She's wait, take it back. Holding the line, as she's calling it. We're holding the line, so we're not losing or gaining. We're holding the line. It's like you're not in a war.
No, you don't have to hold a line. Yeah, she's gonna mention holding the line in this as well.
Of course she is.
And you know, I will talk about my broccoli for breakfast. So, you know, I started eating broccoli for breakfast because I knew I needed to get more greens in on my daily basis, and I was not getting them all in. So you can see that that was an ad for a positive reason, right? It was not a negative. You are fat and horrible, and that's why you need to eat broccoli. It was a very
Oh my
positive.
God.
You need more vegetables to fuel your beautiful body, right? So as a result, I started having broccoli. I do want to share with you something that most of you know, but I hated that when I started that. I really thought I was going to throw up first week that I decided to do that. The smell of cooking that in my house, I was like, I'm going to hurl. But I told myself, I'm going to do this for 1 week. And I'm going to do it consistently, or maybe it was 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm going to do this. And then if I don't like it, I'm going to stop.
Oh, Lord.
Like, I mean, I like what Katie said too. Like, there are so many options you could do for vegetables. If you don't like broccoli, don't force yourself to eat broccoli.
I
Like-
can't believe I'm going to say this right now, but Autumn is actually really good at
Oh, yeah.
eating a variety of vegetables for her breakfast.
Yes, she does.
God, giving her compliment, like I have to give it when it's due, but oh man, that hurts. Like
I
today, I know what I like buying is the pre-cut, pre-bagged stir fry kits in the produce section with all of the vegetables already chopped.
Yep.
I bought a family size bag of one today with like the Thai pad Thai one. I cooked it all off. I have it for the week. I saved the sauce for later. But it's like I can't fathom eating broccoli every single day.
Well, and the like here's part of the problem and why she's saying, you know, it's diet.
It sounds delicious.
She's forcing herself to eat things that she doesn't necessarily like. And it's one of the reasons that so many of us have an aversion to foods once we leave BODi is because we force ourselves to eat them because they're good for me. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, Kat's, your breakfast sounds really good. Not even gonna lie.
You have to remember that you have choices in your nutrition. You are not supposed to punish yourself and do things that you hate.
Not if you follow their plans.
Like she just said she was gonna hurl. Like you
I work with a dietitian. Amy, are you still working with him?
Do you know what? I need to schedule appointments again. I stopped when I had my knee surgery.
Yeah.
And
it's like I log my food because I have a tendency to not eat.
Yep.
I don't do it intentionally, but I fall into that pattern that I don't want to be in. So it's like I just log my food. I don't look at calories or it's just like, what'd you eat today? Where's your food? I was like, crap, I didn't eat. And he's like, eat food. But it's just like if you don't like it, don't eat it.
No, yeah.
If you're not going to enjoy what you're eating, it just reinforces negative feelings about food.
Yeah.
And it reinforces the idea that eating this is punishment, which she's trying to say it's not. But
which she's saying it's not. And she's like, for a week, I wanted to hurl.
Yep, Katie.
I forced myself to do this.
That's one of the practices I do with my nutrition clients too.
Yeah.
What do I want? What do I need? What do I have?
Yep. Absolutely.
It's never going to work. Your number one job is actually to find food that is healthy, that you love to eat. Because that is the only way you're going to stick with it.
But you just
find food that you love to eat.
Your only job.
That's it. But I hated broccoli and I forced myself to eat it.
Thought I was going to throw up.
Oh,
Like,
yikes. Yikes on bikes.
No, your job is to show yourself compassion and patience and kindness and grace when you are trying to come out of something that is beach body.
Right?
That is your job.
And I don't think that they truly understand how contradictory they are. Like to her, she feels like she's being encouraged teaching. She's giving so much valuable information. And
She's a mega motivator. That's her Sunday night calls.
yep. Yep, absolutely. Oh yeah.
But the reason I share my broccoli story is because that took a minute for me to make that change. So what happened was I stuck with it for 2 weeks and I said to myself, we're going to do this for 2 weeks. And you need to tell yourself, if I don't like it after 2 weeks, I'm going to stop. Right? So after 2 weeks, I started looking forward to broccoli. And
all right, I have a
years.
tip. I have a tip for those of you that don't really like eating vegetables. Try them roasted and then put sauce on them.
Absolutely.
Ranch,
Absolutely.
use it. Cheese sauce, use it.
Everything with the bagel seasoning.
Try different flavors, but roasting, oh, so good.
So good.
But try different flavors. Adding the ranch or the cheese sauce or hollandaise sauce or whatever to a vegetable doesn't negate the nutrients you're getting from the vegetables.
No.
I was like, I would rather have you eat that than eat nothing.
Yep.
See, in my house, I love all of the roasted vegetables, and they don't like them here.
Yeah.
Especially if I do roasted cauliflower or broccoli or Brussels sprouts. And I'll even cook it at like 8:30 in the morning, so I know I'm having it for dinner. And I think the smell is gone, and they'll go, "You cooked broccoli today." It's like, sorry.
Yep. Yeah. No, mine will eat roasted broccoli. Mine would prefer roasted broccoli over roasted green beans, which is weird to me. But yeah, roasted vegetables, because I grew up everything we just put it in water and boiled.
Yes, steamed and boiled. Yep.
Yep.
A little steamer insert into the pot, and you steam. Yeah, steamed. Okay, so here's
and then you spray it with butter.
Okay, Patricia, you might say it to this one even more. So I will never eat this ever again. But my uncle lived with some more little, I think I was like 8, 9, or 10, something like that. And he would make steamed Brussels sprouts with mayonnaise.
Interesting.
No, like roasted Brussels, steamed Brussels sprouts.
Oh, yikes. Yeah. Peanuts. See, we're getting all kinds of great recommendations in here. Peanuts.
Keep dropping vegetable recipe. Like I will go on and Google search tasty vegetable dishes. Like I'm bringing vegetables for Thanksgiving. I'm making a maple balsamic roasted asparagus with goat cheese, pumpkin seeds, and something else.
That sounds delicious.
Right?
Okay. Now, I mean, my raspberry cream cheese pie did a pretty good job, but now like roasted vegetables don't sound so bad.
No.
All right.
Be like, oh, that's never going to happen. And now I crave broccoli for breakfast.
She's so full of
I
it.
crave my shakes.
Full of broccoli.
I crave good food. You get to the place that's called the turning point where you actually want healthy food and not.
She just make that up. I don't think I've ever heard any dietitian I know of, and I work with a lot of them, use that term.
No. And again, it's so contradictory to hear her saying this and then hear her on her stories all the time about locking it in, getting back on the wagon, dialing it in. I mean, all of these things. And it's like, okay, well then you're trying to teach me about turning point. Have you hit it? Because
I really do think a lot of what has been said about, I think she definitely reads Reddit. Her relationship and how she speaks about food and her being called out has gotten to her, because now ever since like last Thanksgiving, I'm not drinking for this many days because they were doing the sneak peek to ADD session. Her sister came into town. She drank. It lasted 2 days. Like people kept calling her out for that. So now she's 80-20 all the time.
Oh, okay.
That's what holding the line is. It's 80-20.
80-20. Okay. Yeah, like Bethany said, she knows she has all these followers. Does she think they aren't following? Like, people pay attention and they're like, wait a minute. Like
some people do, but a lot of people actually believe this because
Yeah.
she's saying what they want to hear.
And she has the credibility of being close to Autumn, being in so many of the programs. People believe her. And they believe she knows what she's talking about, which is sad because she doesn't.
Crap. Right? So the reason I love the 28-day gut protocol program is because it breaks the addiction. And I'm just going to call it what it is. It's an addiction.
No, it's not.
Or
Hold
I
on.
actually
Wrong.
prefer to call it a habit, a bad habit. Because one day,
Jen, I told you that your head was just gonna. It's.
I should have cleared my desk.
I.
Oh my god. All right, so there is a population of people that do honestly have a food addiction. But most of the people we see out here, especially body partners, who say they struggle with being addicted to food and sugar, especially, you're not addicted to.
Yeah.
You can't. Our bodies need the food. You know, we need it for survival. But if you look at, there was a study done and they looked at like the top 10 like foods that people said they had no control over. And it wasn't sugar. It was foods with a combination of fat and carbohydrates and protein and some of it sugar. And most of it was highly processed because it's easy to eat.
Yeah.
You're not a.
Well, and here's the problem. I know that when I would think like, oh my gosh, why can't I get out of this mindset and, this food addiction or whatever I called it when I was in, the problem was actually that I was restricting so much
Yes.
that my body was like, lady, you need to eat some fat.
And it's not just your body's smart enough to figure it out, but the more you restrict, the more you're going to you're thinking about the food that you're restricting.
Yeah.
I thought about donuts all the time, and you know what I ended up doing? Binging on donuts.
Yeah.
Can't have donuts, can't have Oreos, can't have this, can't have that. You know what I binged on? All of that food once I got a hold of it. It's like,
yep. And you can't have it. You can't even have it in your house. And it's like,
no.
okay, do you know what? We still have Halloween candy.
I didn't buy a lot this year because last year we didn't have a lot of kids, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna. So we don't have anything left. It's gone.
We still have it. But it's not a temptation to me because I know it's there, and if I want it, I can have it, and I just don't really want it. So it's interesting what happens when you get yourself out of that mindset.
Yep.
I was struggling with nutrition, and I just decided to call this actually what I do when I'm trying to break my alcohol, because you guys know I love my wine, and I'm going to be really honest with you. My life is never going to be without alcohol. I enjoy it. I like it. I don't feel bad about it. I don't have a problem with it. I just like it. So I'm going to have that in my life.
That's the problem.
There is.
And it's interesting to me because she does feel like it's a problem, or she wouldn't talk about it all the time. I mean,
Yep.
she
wouldn't defend it so much.
It's the preoccupation with it tells me that it is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is where eating disorders come into play. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It is so complex. And that is one of the reasons that you need to work with someone who is knowledgeable about.
Like I said earlier, it is a thing, but it's for a very small subset of people. It's not
with food addiction.
It is not 400,000 body coaches.
No.
Which it's only tens of thousands now.
Tens of thousands. It's but heaven forbid they give us an actual number.
Way to monitor it and keep it at a healthy level, right? Drinking a bottle of wine every day is not healthy. No one can say it is. It's just not. It's not healthy for your body. Drinking excessively is not healthy for your body, physically or emotionally, right? It becomes a crutch, just like food, right? So you've got to break that. You've got to break it. So
with therapy.
That's what I was going to say. You need a therapist.
You need a therapist, registered dietitian.
It's interesting to me, though, that she's saying that that alcohol, drinking that much alcohol is not good for you. And it's like, well, actually, like, really, you can't say that any alcohol is good for you.
Nope, this
It
is not.
it's not. I mean, it just isn't. And
Bailey sure is delicious in my coffee every once in a while.
right?
Yeah, she does do it every other weekend.
And that's the thing. It's like, wait a minute, but then you talk about toxic processed foods or whatever.
She would rather talk bad about Cheetos and Oreos, which some people, that might be the only thing they can tolerate eating. Who knows?
Yeah.
But heaven forbid she gives up actual poison. Like, there's poison in my cup right now.
And you're loving it. Right?
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But to demonize other things that I don't know.
But they're like, how you cannot say the program you follow is healthy.
No.
Instead of eating food, in order to have an adult beverage, you have to give up food in order to fit that into your containers.
Yep, absolutely. And that
you want a glass of wine? Sorry, you don't get to have another carb today. Sorry, you don't get this. You either get the sweet potato or the wine. Can't have both.
Yep. And something that has actual nutrients in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's wild.
Okay. I don't really like I love the white chocolate covered fudge Oreos. And what was that one? I found it. Just try another one. There was a chocolate mocha one. I don't like the regular ones.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And I mean, yeah.
She's.
Yes.
I just coughed.
I agree. Like it's
hey, DC.
It's wild.
You slid back into that bad habit. So we're just going to change a habit, because when you just say to yourself, that's just a habit, you can break a habit. When you start unraveling all the emotional stuff that goes with it, it becomes very overwhelming, right?
That is why you go to a therapist.
You have to, if you're struggling so much with food, that like the way she's putting it, you have to unravel it's tied to it. And just so y'all know, emotional eating is normal. It is okay, as long as it is not your only coping mechanism. And that is when you work with a professional to figure out other tools.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is a habit, I'm going to break it. Right? So, and then you figure out how to break that. And I always love to say, you've got to recognize it first. And then you have two options. You can remove or replace. Recognize it, remove, replace. So you've got to recognize the one thing, guys, you've got to recognize the thing that is probably the thing that is like totally undoing you for all of your nutrition. There's probably one thing that is doing it. It might be late night snacking. It might be bored eating, stress eating, right? You've got to identify what it is.
You can identify it till the cows come home if you're not working with a professional to figure out why it's happening and learning tools and skills to address it when it happens. Like, who said earlier, what do I have? What do I want? What do I need? What do I have?
Yeah.
Those are 3 questions you can ask yourself if you're stress eating, if you're bored eating, and am I really hungry? You can ask yourself those things. And even if you say, no, I'm not really hungry, and you still want to eat it, and then move on with your day. But you have to, before you can get to that, you need help.
For her to say that it's probably one thing, like, you're really minimizing something that is very, we did just break Best Channel's mind.
Yeah.
But you have something that is incredibly complex, and you're like, it's just one thing. Figure out what your one thing is. And it's like, is it one thing?
It's not necessarily just one.
It's not.
For me, it was a lot.
It was me. A little.
It's going to get better, according to Amy.
It gets better too.
And the hard part of the nutrition thing is that you're the only one who can do that. I can't do that for you. And you have to not, are you ready? Lie to yourself. It's really easy to lie to yourself and to make it an external thing, right? This person stresses me out, so I'm going to emotionally eat. It has nothing to do with that other person. You're the one emotionally eating about it, right? So I'm just going to call you right out and say that that's not the problem. You are the one who created that habit.
Oh my God.
Right? You're the one who's created, when I'm stressed at work because my boss is an asshole, this is what I do. I retaliate by eating Twizzlers.
Twizzlers are great.
Twizzlers are delicious. Okay, are you Twizzlers or Red Vine?
I'm actually Red Vine.
Mine, it really depends, but I really like Red Vines. I had some the other day and I was like, yikes. Okay, it's really escalating. It is
All right.
really escalating.
Ready? Coaching session. My boss stresses me out of work a lot, so I come home and I just have to eat. All right, let's pause. Next time that happens, take 5 breaths. Are you still hungry? Eat. You're still stressed? Move. Call a friend. Take a shower. Do something else. And if you come back out of that and you're still hungry, eat.
But to call it retaliation,
it's not retaliation.
It's not retaliation.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yes. See, Jen and I actually we wore the
same color.
The same colors today. We are on the same way.
This is my extra long, like Fabletics, really super soft hoodie, and it's finally cold enough to wear it. So I'm like,
nice. Red Vines and Twizzlers are fat free. Yes, they are.
That's actually, I did not eat them for a while because I used them as one of my safe treats while I was dieting because they were fat free. When I was doing Weight Watchers.
Oh, yeah. Weight Watchers is it's a whole different. Yeah.
Right. And it's learned. You probably don't even recognize you doing it. It's just an automatic habit, right? The kids are stressing me out. I have not prepared a snack and I am going to now eat the things immediately, right? So you have to, first of all, recognize what is that thing that is undoing you. Because generally
you yelling at me.
Right? So that's the one thing that undoes you, and then the whole dam comes down, right? Then all the rest of it goes right to hell, right? So it's like the boss.
Pause her for a second. I love that you said donuts because I was just gonna tell it. So yesterday, if you guys follow me on Instagram and watch my stories, my day, it was great. I couldn't get out of my neighborhood because they're repaving the street around, and I was late to pick up a kid. I had to get the kid to a hair appointment at 4. We get to the hair appointment place at 4. We're at the wrong location.
Oh, God.
Luckily, it's right next to a donut shop. I looked at my kid. I said, I need a donut. And I looked, and normally, like back in the day, I would have gotten like the gigantic apple fritter. But I looked at the cake donuts. I'm like, ooh, I want the pumpkin spice one. So I had enjoyed that. It's like, I had my coffee, sugar-free vanilla. Okay, cool. And I was fine. I came home. I'm like, all right, cool. Back to work.
And it wasn't a big thing.
No.
I mean, I did the same thing today. I was like, okay, I have had it. And I told my husband, I'm like, I'm going to stop and get a soda on my way home. Like, I am planning this because soda tends to be my weakness. And I was in, and I was like, do you know what? I am doing this because this is what I want. And this is what and it was fine. It was great. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How do you deal with that weather?
Oh my gosh. 34 degrees doesn't sound horrible.
I mean, yeah, it does.
I mean, relatively. Yeah,
I'm still waiting for the compassionate coaching.
I have 30 degree weather right now, Rosie. So I feel you
that day, and then boom, you're gone for the rest of the day. Then comes the drive-through food. Then comes the eating just unconsciously, right? Unconscious eating is so dangerous, right? So you've got to figure out what those triggers are that are really setting you off and undoing you for your nutrition. And here's what I want to gift to you.
Oh God.
Take the emotion out of it. If you take emotion out of your eating, it becomes incredibly easy to conquer. I know it's emotional eating, but when you take the emotion out of the response, it makes it incredibly easy to get back.
But how do
No,
you
it
take
doesn't.
emotion out? And you can't, to me,
No,
I
you
cannot take
can't.
emotion out of food.
You.
I mean,
Oh my
like,
God, this is such a blanket statement. For some people, yes, it's going to be easier than others. For most people who are stuck in deep in this damn container system, it will not be easy.
well, and here's the thing, like, my mom's making my grandmother's macaroni salad for Thanksgiving. That is going to cause emotion. Like, it's not a bad thing to have
Nope.
emotion with food. I mean, yeah, like Katz is saying, like, you're not supposed to be happy. Like, there are emotions tied to food, and that's okay.
Yep.
It's normal, but they make you feel like it's not.
You're
And
supposed to eat like a robot.
remove all joy. Remove all joy from that food.
Yep.
Track with that because you take the power away from it, right? Take the power away from stress eating, take the power away from emotional eating. Just call it what it is, recognize what the trigger is, and then just know what you're going to do to change it.
There's no tangible steps here
Mm-mm.
because she doesn't have them to give.
No, she doesn't have the level of knowledge to do this. No.
There's two ways. Now, some people are great with cold turkey. They're like, I'm going to recognize that. And the second that happens, I am just not going to do it. But I find one of the best things you can do is replace, right? Because for me, I always like using my crutch, which is drinking, right? That's my thing. It is an emotional
admitted it.
whole
Yeah, it's a
system I
crutch.
have, right? It's the smell of the wine, it's opening it, it's pouring it. I love that sound, all the things, right? I know all the things. And there's an emotional response with it. So I replace it with a mocktail. Now, guys, if you told me 2 years ago that that was going to work for me, I would have told you, you are smoking something because there's no way. So I just want you to know it wasn't easy, but
does she do mocktails? Because
she does, but just replacing it isn't addressing the actual issue, which she needs a therapist for.
correct. And for me, like, the thought of just replacing it, I still want that thing.
Yeah, when it like you see people post the memes about it all the time. You want a cookie, but you don't want to eat the cookie because it's a bad food. So you have a snack well. Then you're still hungry after that. So then you eat something else, and then you eat something else, and then you eat something else. And then by the end of the night, you're eating the cookies.
Mhm.
And then you feel stuffed and full and not good because you've eaten a lot of food instead of just saying, I'm going to have this cookie right now. I'm going to enjoy it. And then I'm going to move on with my day.
Yep.
In the intuitive eating world, that is the unconditional permission to eat.
Yeah. Like, if you want a cookie, eat a cookie. Just eat the cookie.
She did a mocktail a day because they got drunk yesterday.
Yikes.
I really wanted to make this change. So that's the other thing. You have to know why you want to change this. You have to get connected to your why. And it has to be bigger than I want to lose 5 pounds. If you want to lose weight, your why has to be much bigger than you wanting to look cute in a bikini. That's not going to keep you motivated. You're going to be like, I'm going to burn the bikini. Screw it. I don't care. Right? It's like, you're going to be done with that. If you have your why really centered, which is for me, a long, strong, healthy life, I see myself, I have a visual of myself at 80 years old being very active.
I see myself at 95 being very active. So take that, cat.
Right. Like,
I'm gonna after we get off the call, I'm gonna go find the accounts I follow of women who are weightlifters that are in their 70s and 80s and 90s, deadlifting
Yes.
and squatting and benching and doing pull-ups. And I'm gonna share a bunch of those in my stories.
yes. Well, I mean, that's my thing. You know, I have to say, when I was doing, which exercise was it? One of the exercises yesterday, I was like, it had to have been the glute bridge. Yes, it was the glute bridge because the weight I used was 55 pounds for that.
Nice.
And in my beach body days, I don't think I ever picked up above maybe a 15. Once I switched over to doing 21-day fix because that was the most popular one, I don't think I ever lifted above a 15.
Oh, Bethany, you should see her progress. I'm watching her track her weights, and I look at a workout. I'm like, you can go heavier next week.
Like, seriously. It's that's what I want. I want to feel strong. I want to do that. And I didn't get that doing these programs.
All right. How familiar are you with the Smith machine at Planet Fitness? Because that might be incorporated into your next round.
Bring it. I will figure it out.
Sweet.
We
Beast mode, but not.
Beast mode, but not. I have gal. If I had my picture with Siggy close, I totally have a selfie with Siggy. I'm just saying. Yeah. Cringe.
Involved with my family, people not having to care for me in a hospital bed. I don't want that life.
But that's
Okay.
also implying that just by doing the things that she's saying that you're not going to have that, and that's not true.
No, because we still don't know. We can do everything possible. We can eat as perfectly as possible. We can work out and hit that. Something can still happen.
Yeah.
There's still, yes, there are certain things that we do have control over, but we don't have control over everything.
No.
And our health, when it comes to nutrition and fitness, is a very small piece of the raspberry cream pie.
So good. So good. It was so good. But yeah, I mean, my mom has a friend who just was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I have never met someone who focuses more on nutrition and it's wild, but you can't control everything. So yes, and we're not saying just go off the rails or whatever, but
eat Twizzlers and Twinkies and cookies all day, every day.
yeah,
you won't feel good. Okay,
yeah,
so part of the intuitive eating process, and this is when people start freaking out, is when you're giving yourself permission to eat all of the foods and you start working through food habituation. So like with donuts for me, it's like I ate a donut every single day for 2 months, maybe a couple more. But by the end of that time, you start noticing it's like, I really don't feel good after eating these.
yeah.
So I start eating them less and less and less. And then eventually you just don't. I didn't eat a donut for almost 8 months.
Oh, wow.
And this is from someone who ate them consistently for 3 years.
Yeah.
Secretly, eating 4 a day sometimes, driving in my car and hiding the evidence of it.
Yep.
8 months. I'd take my kids for donuts. Like, you want one? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I just watch them enjoy it, eat it, cool. And I felt nothing. But some people, and intuitive eating is not for everybody. I'm not saying it is. There's very much a level of privilege when it comes to intuitive eating.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes in regards to access to food.
Yeah.
But you can do that. Like the one food that you think you have no power over is the one food you actually need to be eating every day.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
That is if you are not in treatment for an eating disorder.
Well, and again, I think that's where it is so
We're a professional.
like Beth Channel said, it is so individualized. That is why it's important to work with specialists to help you, because my issues are not going to be Jen's issues.
Nope.
And that's okay. But these she's giving such generic blog post advice and saying just choose this, it's just replace it, it's fine. And it's not really the way it works, Kat.
I will say, Rosie, if I did work at Handel's ice cream though, I would totally eat at least a spoonful of that every single day. It's like the best ice cream ever.
Well, yeah, it's so interesting.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, hey, listening while drawing, that's awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Bethany missed our reverse split.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, Bethany, that we talked about it at the beginning. They did a 50-to-1 split, and you'll see the price tomorrow. It should be at $750 So whatever number you see, you have to divide it by 50 to figure out where it is. We're one saying away from a Pinterest inspiration. Yes, we are.
Okay. Oh, I don't do Pinterest, but somebody that does needs to start like bad Beachbody inspiration quote board.
It'd be so funny. Oh, there's so many.
I want an active life. And what that looks like, we start working on now. It's not at 70 or 80 years old where you decide, oh shit, I really do not like being in this hospital bed in a wheelchair with
You still
people having
can.
to help me because I never set the habits in place to take care of myself.
Too late. It's never too late, ever.
No, and like,
Hey, Aaron.
oh yeah, Erin, we are getting some requests for a follow-up video. So you and I are gonna have to get together next week.
Bethany, pull up your one vision. I never got into the vision board thing.
Oh, I did.
Just like I don't like scrapbooking. I don't like doodling. It's like it's just not my thing.
I'll have to look. I don't know where it is. I have my old
Nice.
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That is awesome.
That is so awesome. Best channel. That's amazing. No, I have my coach notebook or whatever. I'm sure it's got all kinds of sayings in it. I'll have to look.
My dad is 71 and he goes hunting every year by himself for bucks, and he's gotten them the last 2 years, and he's hacked them up and hauled them out all on his own.
Wow. That's awesome.
He goes on like 12-mile hikes. It's crazy. It did not matter.
It wasn't that was a lie. It did not work.
Oh my goodness.
Right? Now's the time to start thinking about that and just create the habits of a long, healthy life. A life you can be involved with. You can go on hikes, you can travel, you can enjoy life. You feel lighter in life. You've got to connect to your why.
She's
Because
so
that
aggressive.
why is what's going to change your nutrition.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how many plans I give you, you guys. It doesn't matter. If you're not connected to your why and really emotionally connect about why you want to make these changes, it doesn't matter what I give you. It's never going to be good enough. And you're the one who has to create that. So one of the projects that you all need to do right after this call is you need to connect to your why. And
All
guys,
right, everybody.
I should be so
We have our
strong.
project.
Yep.
Tears.
Connect to your why.
So I didn't send this yet to you yet either. I was letting you get through the first six weeks. But when I do goal setting, it's not why, it's what. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? It's 5 whats. And then it's why am I doing this at the end?
I love it.
Because this, you could why all you want, but if you're not knowing what you're doing to get there, it's not going to connect.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Your eyes. If you are not literally almost crying when you understand what your why is about why you want to make these healthy changes in your life, it's not strong enough. The tears should come
Colleen.
down your face when you connect with your why.
No.
Emotional manipulation, baby.
All right. If you're in the chat, if you watch the Twin Flames documentary on Netflix or on Amazon, let me know if you watched it in there.
I haven't watched it yet. I need to. It's on my list.
Yeah, it's
It's well, I have to cry. That's also a sign of depression. Oh my gosh. Right.
That was one of the things it wasn't like Twin Flames, but I was in a training that my friend paid for in a high control group. Like it was even worse but the whole time I'm like, I feel like I'm in Beachbody all over again. But they just kept trying to get me to say I wanted more out of my life. And I was very content with what I'm like, no, I don't, well, no, you need to have more. Why aren't you crying? Why? I'm like, yo, you're a cult. It's like, no, this is not, I don't know. You're not going to manipulate me into wanting something that I don't want.
No.
And I'm not going to cry. So move on to someone else.
And that's okay. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's only then that that's strong enough that that's going to be stronger than the piece of cake, be stronger than the glass of wine. That is what needs to change. So connect with your why. And I'm going to circle back to, I love the 28-day gut protocol. And yes, you can actually do that in November, guys. Because what that does is it puts a hard stop into so many of the addiction, right, that there is in food. So the other thing I do want to say is emotionally, we are addicted. Emotionally, we have crutches, right? There's all these emotions with that. But there is also a very physical side to food addiction. So I want you to give your
Okay. Using mental health terms is not okay. It's
Nope.
not okay. I get so frustrated with it because she is in no place to diagnose anybody and to be talking about addiction and to be talking about all of these things. Like,
Who else is a crushes?
crutches. Quit taking them away. She
Okay, I just gotta say, my live chat friends, you are amazing tonight.
Oh my gosh. You guys are I
Oh.
have sometimes people are like, "Why do you like to do lives?" I'm like, "Because the live chat is amazing." Like, it's okay to have support. It's
I
okay.
will. And once again, as long as it's not your only tool.
Yeah.
It's when it becomes the only thing that you utilize to help. That becomes the problem.
Yep.
That's why if you work with a therapist or registered dietitian, a health coach, a nutrition coach, personal training, intuitive eating coach, we help figure out what tools will work best for you to work you through things. And again, sometimes you just need to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
a little bit of a break and understand that these food companies actually put that stuff in there
Oh,
to
Lord.
keep you physically addicted like a drug.
No.
So you don't only have to beat yourself up saying, I emotionally can't do this, I'm a failure. I want you to know that there's actually a very physical side of addiction to food. And if you are in that cycle, I want you to, first of all, give yourself a break and recognize it, right? So we're going to recognize it. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to commit to breaking that. And I want you to emotionally.
Are you looking up some resources, Jen?
Yep.
I can see as soon as Jen is like, all right, we need to do some articles on this. Yeah, no. This is one I'm like, I need to send this over. I have a few people I need to send this video to. Because yes, she absolutely sees headlines and takes them as fact. Or she hears
Does this woman do any research? No, she just listens to Autumn.
Yep, just listens to Autumn.
Connect with the concept that it's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard, right? Those additives in those foods are completely addicting and you have to break it. So you have to understand that when you commit to doing 28 days, maybe it's just 28 days where you're going to go all in on your nutrition plan, whether that be portion fix, 2B mindset, gut protocol, whatever your program is, you're going to commit to it at 100%. And you're going to do that for 28 days because you just need to break the cycle. And I want you to commit to that starting Monday. Because Monday is the perfect time to bring you up to Thanksgiving. Notice I brushed right over Halloween. Why? Halloween is for kids, guys. I love you, but it's for children. And we're not children. Doesn't mean I'll have yeah, I'll probably have one. But that will be it. And if you can't only have one, then don't put it in the house. Don't. If you have kids, let them have it. And
avoiding it will make it worse, Kat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. It's funny, Ray, because after this, I get to go do stuff because I'm in school actually for marriage and family therapy. So I get to go actually study some things. And Halloween's amazing. Quit villainizing every day is Halloween for me. But I mean, like, come on. Stop. Yeah. Okay, Jen linked an article.
That's
You guys-
about the Satiety Index of Common Foods. And I have another one coming for you too.
Yep. Stupid, 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 dumb, stupid, 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 annoying. We have broken best channel. It's true. But I think it's incredibly accurate though. And it's you're mass diagnosing
Good
everybody.
night.
Wanted to say goodnight.
Oh, good
Hey,
night.
do you know where India housing is? It was on
Wait, I just got inundated with children.
here. No.
I had it in here. All right, I'm gonna mute while I try to find her
My video name.
toy.
It's
Hold
not a toy.
Her game. Her game.
Candy. Because guys, candy is nothing but crap. It is literally, it's straight addictive. If you read the back of what's in candy, you can't even pronounce it, guys. It's totally processed crap that is created for one reason and one reason only, and that is addiction. I want you to
All right, Jen, I'm looking for a game, but go ahead. Go on.
So if you guys don't follow, I'm gonna say it, Laura Casey on Instagram, she actually does reels where she compares supposed healthy treats with like candy. And the other day, or like McDonald's with candy. And the other day, like the nutrition in it, she did one of the protein cookies and Twix. And the only difference was the amount of protein in the cookie, and the cookie had more calories than the Twix. I still remember. Oh my gosh. Yeah, people cannot pronounce. It took me forever to learn how to pronounce quinoa.
Well, and then the other thing that I wanted to mention is
Broke down a blueberry into its chemical composition.
is it the
Arsenic
food
in apples. Like,
is it the food diet? Oh, what's his channel that he talks about like good food, bad food, and he looks at the calorie count. He's so funny.
the fitness chef.
The fitness chef. Yes, he does all of these, right?
And he'll show a whole day of eating, going out to restaurants versus the healthier in this. And she's just parroting what her best friend is saying. And she's using fear to sell these programs.
He absolutely is. I could only find my own toys. Did you see this, by the way?
Oh, that's awesome.
I have NSYNC little.
I will tell you, a Snickers is a great pre-workout and post-workout.
And just general treat. Like
and Sour Patch gummies during a hard long workout. Phenomenal.
Oh, okay. Well, I may have to get some of those on my way to the gym tomorrow.
10 more bags of that candy. And it's very interesting when you start thinking of it that way. It's very interesting the way you look at candy, right?
You mess up your relationship with food even more.
A little bit when you look at that bag of candy. Because usually what that is a shovel of emotional eating, connecting with, self-satisfaction, right?
What the?
And you really got to get to the place where you have to recognize that self-sabotage is not self-care, right? So it does change. What I used to be of self.
She's hitting every cliche in the book.
Is this on like is she stealing stuff from the Growth Day app?
I don't even. Oh no, this is pre-Growth Day.
Oh, is this pre-Growth Day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah, because she says before Halloween.
Yeah, it was the end of October that she did it because she was trying to get them to follow 20. She was trying to get them to do gut protocol right up until Thanksgiving.
So I was having a really bad day, like a month ago. Called in. You're in charge of dinner. Can't do it. He also brought home a bottle of wine and some dark chocolate sea salted caramel Ghirardelli squares.
Oh.
I didn't touch either one of them for 2 weeks. And my kids kept getting mad because I share the candy that I get with my kids. Like, it's fine. But the only rule is I need to have at least one piece first. So I get the first piece And then if you guys eat the rest of it, I don't care. I just want one.
Yep.
So my youngest is like, open the mom. For like 2 weeks, I didn't touch it.
Yep.
And it sits on my counter. I put candy out on my counter all the time. Food is out, like it's out in the open. Oh,
It almost seems like she's taking any of the personal issues that she has and
she's
she's
doing the same thing. So she's on her stories right now acting like this. Wonderful. Hey, Kat, come watch this.
Right. God, lady.
Some tell her she's on YouTube right now.
It was my birthday, Stephanie, and I just thought about you so much on my walk yesterday and how proud I was of you, and that you're finishing 9-week Control Freak on the road on your birthday, that you were in your workout clothes. I hope you had a piece of cake, but I know it's very different for you because it wasn't, you know, this dive in. And I'm so proud of you. And that is where the life change happens, right? That's where it happens. So it used to be for me, a birthday would mean I could eat whatever I wanted. I could drink whatever I wanted. I could eat all the food, sit my butt on a couch and do nothing, right?
Guess what?
That was my
I can still do that.
You can still do that. If you have a healthy relationship with food, that is absolutely possible.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that sounds like a beautiful birthday. I'm not even going to lie. Let's go.
self-care. And when you recognize how reckless that is, and when you recognize that that is actually total self-sabotage, it has nothing to do with self-care. And you ready? I'm just going to lay it down.
Oh,
It's a couple things. First of all, emotionally not knowing how to get out of that, right? You're just in that hole so deep. You're like, I don't know how to get out. But you
that's
can't.
when you need a professional, not Kat.
So you no longer get to say that. I'm going to tell you it's going to be challenging. And I want you to accept that challenge because I want you to get to the place where Stephanie is, where I am, right? Water instead of alcohol. Amazing. That's amazing. Stephanie, she had a mini pumpkin cheesecake and water at dinner instead of alcohol. Huge. Right? And you feel great, right?
I
Yeah.
want to go get my
I didn't have
candy
dinner
now.
before drink or drinks before dinner, but I knew that, and so I had water at dinner.
It's amazing. And you feel great and you're up and alert. And I see energy in you, which is just amazing. So you've got to recognize the way you want to feel, and you've got to do the work to get there.
Okay,
And you
but what's the work,
recognize
Kat?
sabotage.
You aren't qualified to help them work through.
No.
You're just yelling at them.
Yeah. And you are just literally pulling, I think Jade said it later, like Facebook memes, and you're quoting them as fact and telling them that's what
Autumn.
they need to do. Yeah. She absolutely is.
Is not self-care. It's not. That is not loving yourself. Eating pounds of candy is not self-love at all. And sometimes you've got to dig pretty deep to figure out what and why that is happening, right? It's an emotional journey more than a physical journey. And so if you notice,
So pause. Beth Channel says
we're going to talk about nutrition.
Yeah.
so it works for this woman, but it does not work for her. That's the whole point of this.
It is.
It does not work. She is constantly up and down and starting over and quitting. It's nonstop. It's been a nonstop train wreck since I've been watching her for like 3 years.
Yep. And you know, and it's interesting. It's one of the
doesn't work.
that I don't share a lot of like food that I'm eating, or I think I shared what I was drinking, like a protein shake one day. I was like, hey, this is what I do. But this, like what I'm eating, and you should be eating what I'm eating, is so bad because what I do isn't going to work for you. And maybe you don't like it. And that's okay. Right?
I'll share fast recipes that I found.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I have a picture of my lunch today. I need to share. It was the bagged stir fry. I
Mhm.
made half the bag, and then I found these. They looked good, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to try these. Vegan Korean barbecue dumplings,
Ooh.
and they were actually
Good.
pretty darn tasty. And of course, I put some Korean barbecue sauce over them, just over top.
Yeah.
That was good. It was a 10-minute lunch. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I'll share things like that, but this is what I eat, and you know, and it should be successful for you. I used to do that frequently, and Yeah, Jen, your stuff looks great. And I love that you're like, this is like these
It's
frozen,
frozen,
this like, and because it's also like realistic.
prepackaged. Here you go.
Absolutely.
I don't have the energy to make a home cooked meal tonight. Use the tools.
Yep, absolutely.
Notice what I've been talking about is mindset.
Your
Your mindset is the number one anchor of you being successful on nutrition. It's the number one anchor. You need to connect to your why.
Stop using my
And you
word.
need to want it.
Mm-mm.
And then you have to do the work. And if it's overwhelming to do a 28-day at 100%, then just
I do add a lot.
Jen adds a lot. And that was actually one of the things that I really enjoyed. And I know Emma has said this too. You've said this, like, eat what you want, add what you need. Like,
Yep.
if you need more things, then add them, but eat what you want to eat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble.
Like some
Right.
days for lunch, I honestly just want to eat cheese and crackers.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, that's what I want. I'm going to add some sliced turkey. I'm going to add some grapes. And okay, there you go. But I just really wanted the cheese and crackers.
Yep. Yep. Oh, you loved the day I shared my shake? Because I'm like, seriously, it's amazing to, add this and this together. And I didn't think I could. And it's all of these weird food
And it was
rules.
50 grams of protein in a meal. Autumn would freak out. She wouldn't
would-
eat anything else for the rest of the day.
No, she would lose it. Like, you've just eaten all of your protein for the day. And I'm like, no. I'm just getting started.
change one thing at a time, right? If you change one thing at a time and keep that going, then you're going to be crushing it. This is not about just a 28-day journey. This is not, I always say to you guys, I hope you like me because you stuck with me for a long time. This is not,
Only if you can
a
keep buying from her.
you are not going to
Yep.
fix everything in a month. And you may have 3 months of major success and then slightly slide back in, and then we catch it back in again. And that's called being normal, guys. So stop
No.
beating yourself up. My hope is that you recognize it faster and get back in quicker. And then it starts becoming where we are, where it's just a lifestyle of health with choices of food that's not on plan, right?
There's no plan.
I was going to say, and that's the problem. Food that's not on plan.
Whose plan?
Autumn.
Because I don't want to eat your broccoli for breakfast.
No, and
And I unless it's like a cheese if it's with cheese and eggs, sure. In
Yep.
a quiche, yes.
Yep.
But steamed broccoli on the side with some hard-boiled eggs and a bowl of plain oatmeal, no thank you.
No.
They have
That's
Dino
so
Veggie
important,
Tots.
guys. You know, something else I want to
What?
talk about is these holidays are one day. Thanksgiving is one day. And by the way, I say it all the time, Thanksgiving is a very healthy meal. It's turkey, vegetables, and a piece of pie. All of that is on plan.
What about your sweet potato?
She has a sad table because we have macaroni salad. A lot of people do macaroni and cheese,
We are
rolls.
my oldest is making the macaroni and cheese.
Very
And
nice.
it's actually me bacon macaroni and cheese. And he's cool because he's leaving out the garlic and the onion because my sister's allergic to them, so she'll be able to eat that. I'm making the roasted asparagus. I'm doing some carrots and green beans. Then we're having mashed potatoes, stuffing, sweet potatoes, corn, ham, homemade rolls. And then I'm going to pick up pies tomorrow. I'm getting an apple blackberry crumble pie
Ooh,
and a peanut butter brownie pie.
nice. Yeah, I mean, and I do want to talk about this. A lot of the time, cultural foods are not there. Like with Alana when she was talking about rice and demonizing rice, and it's like,
Oh, I have my reel. I love that reel. I should share it again.
you should share that one again. Because
right.
we are forgetting so many of these things.
Since we are talking about food, favorite Thanksgiving food in the chat.
Right? I'm looking at some of these like, oh,
I loving the potato.
yikes! Tacos for
It's all on
Thanksgiving.
plan.
Yes.
Nice.
So the excuse that we've been given
Ooh,
is
yum.
because people want the
She needs to put her fingers away. Stop it.
Yes, she does.
Stop the air quotes, lady.
excuse that it's Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So I just get to gorge myself. right? I remember Thanksgivings where you see people just take these couch naps because they're so bloated and feel disgusting. Like,
No, it's because turkey is tryptophan and it makes you
why
tired.
do you think that was
Right?
joyful? Because we've connected this horrible thing with being
It is
disciplined about food.
tamale season. I make
And
tamales at
other
Christmas.
people will really give you a tough time about it because they don't want to do it.
All right, pause her for a second. You want to know how to take away the excitement over Thanksgiving and holiday meals? Make them throughout the year. Who says you only can have turkey stuffing and mashed potatoes in November?
Yep.
Make it in May.
Yep. Absolutely.
I make gingerbread cake year round. Like,
Well,
it
and
is
it's
not-
funny because I'm trying to also work with my kids about like, you don't like foods aren't for certain times or certain things. The other
No,
day, my son was like, "Can I have ramen for breakfast?" And I was
go
like,
for it.
"Sure, let's add some things, let's have some other things too." And absolutely, let's do it. And it's that is the healthier mindset around food is like, wait, what do you want? Wait.
I did get on my 16-year-old. He's like, I didn't eat breakfast. I'm like, you didn't eat breakfast? Like, there's cookies and brownies missing from the container. I was like, oh yeah, I had cookies and brownies. I said, so you did eat breakfast. I
Okay,
said, did you at least have a glass of milk with them? He's like, yeah. I said, okay.
Okay.
And you need to say to anyone,
Yes, you
need to
can, Jennifer.
your journey.
I
and
buy cranberries and keep them in my freezer.
Oh my gosh, I love like homemade fresh cranberry sauce. Oh, so good.
not allowed to judge me. If you want to eat an entire pie, knock yourself out.
But she judges us.
I don't judge you. You don't judge me.
Oh, she's such a liar.
He's been judging you the whole time.
It's just the whole call is about judgment.
No, you're judging. You're definitely judging people, Kat.
You want me to judge you about eating your pie or not?
You do.
You are. You are.
When you call candy trash and garbage and junk, you're judging the people that eat it.
Yep, absolutely.
Language, Kat, matters.
Yes, it does. Oh, cranberry fluff salad or cranberry. I love cranberry bread. And Starbucks has like a cranberry bar thing right now. That's very
I
good.
have a dupe recipe for that if you want me to send it to you.
Send it to me, please.
Then you don't judge me for not doing it. Okay? So
Why is she so
stand up
hungry? She needs
when
to
it comes
eat.
to that.
That's what it is.
Stand up for yourself. Because no one's allowed to make you feel bad about being healthy. You know what? They are just pissed because they know that they should be doing it. They're pissed off.
No,
You just need
they're sick of you judging.
Oh, I will post the cranberry bliss bar recipe dupe in my stories later.
Why does my plate piss her off so bad?
I've taught my kids this. For the most part, they're pretty good about it. But it's anybody who comments on the food you're eating, it's like mind your plate.
Yep.
Mind your plate.
Right? Absolutely. Like, come on, stop.
Cumin chili pepper. Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, go follow Jen over on
Oh,
Instagram. She's gonna share some stuff.
hold on. Spelled my last name wrong.
Oh, do you want to spell it in?
There we go.
Okay.
2
Yeah.
R's, 1 S.
I'm not judging you. This is my journey. It has nothing to do with you. You want to hit that Kentucky Fried Chicken? Knock yourself out. You're
Really?
gonna put your brains out for a week. Have a good time. Have a
She
good
was,
time. Right?
that's not judgment. That whole.
Oh my god.
It's okay. A lot of people do it.
Oh yeah, I get my name spelled wrong all the time too.
Oh, hi, Karina.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you guys know. Every year, at least once, I go through McDonald's and I get those fries. I'm so sick. I need it once a year, probably to remind myself of why I do not eat those. How do people eat that daily?
I
Oh,
had some the other day.
It must just be rotting.
They're delicious.
I
I'm
get
just
a small fry and a large Diet Coke. It's amazing.
Yep. Yep, absolutely.
Just crazy. But I really just wanted to connect with you guys emotionally
Cottage cheese and
about,
chocolate milk.
food, your relationship with food, the emotional side of it. And
Cabbage and pumpkin pie?
I hope you're just being
I think
facetious.
you need to come to my house for Thanksgiving. We don't do those things, right? Like, come on. Were those accidents or experiments? I know I had that question.
Rachel's trifle recipe on Friends.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I had a friend's party when they came out with like the reunion show, and one of my friends
Made it?
brought that, but there's a recipe for it on Pinterest, and like instead of the peas, she used it was like kiwi. She did little like kiwi balls. It was so
Ooh.
good. It was so good the way that she did it. But yeah, she brought it. It was so funny.
physical side of it. So generally, to break the physical side of it, you need to do something pretty extreme, which is a 28-day all in.
No, you don't.
You do not. And in my opinion, she's also saying that because guess what? That gives her volume. She's making money if people are purchasing Gut Protocol with the supplements. So you don't need to do that.
Then what happens is after those 28 days, you will be shocked that you actually have an entirely new resilience to going back to that kind of food. Why? Because when you eat it, you feel horrible.
But that's not true because they've all gone
No.
back to it. All gone back to it.
Popcorn and ketchup.
I'm trying not to judge the people in the chat. There's some weird stuff going in here. I've never heard of popcorn.
Potato chips and milk. Saltines. Huh.
I mean, French fries.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably try all of it.
Do you know what I have in my freezer that I forgot about? I have
What?
ranch. I have ranch ice cream.
Oh, you haven't.
I haven't tried that yet. I
There you go.
maybe need some chicken
That's
wings.
a-
with
Oh. I wanna post.
it. Yikes.
You actually feel disgusting, right? So I was shocked when I did Gut Protocol that you could put an entire pizza in front of me and I would be like, good. Bread, I'm good. Anything.
Do you think she could have
That's
done
a
it?
liar.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I ate a whole pizza yesterday.
You did? Delicious.
Yes, it was from frozen pizza from Kroger, which is
Okay.
Fry's, Publix. It was their Simple Truth Italian vegetable pizza, and I made it for lunch and I snacked up. That's what I ate all day. And I had extra cheese for extra protein,
Nice.
and plus there wasn't enough cheese on it anyways. So it's like, again, you add stuff to frozen food, my friends. Add Chipotle chicken pizza for dinner. No regrets.
No regrets. No regrets.
To feel like I know I'm going to feel if I have that, right? And I do also want to remind you guys the purpose of Gut Protocol. I say it over and over again. The purpose of Gut Protocol was never, ever that you would never eat gluten or dairy. That was never the purpose. The purpose is to figure out what is bad for you individually.
That is
Right?
That's
not
why you see a medical professional.
that is not true. Otherwise, you wouldn't be taking away all of those foods. Like, no. That's not the purpose of Gut Protocol.
Full container of whipped cream. I don't know if I could do that. Although Target does have gingerbread whipped cream this time of year, and it is amazing in coffee.
Ooh, that sounds really good. That one does sound really good.
Hey, Hannah.
Hey, Hannah. Welcome.
You say, oh, I'm going to go back to portion fix or to be mindset, and I'm going to eliminate those things because I know they make me feel horrible. Or not, right? I do find a huge difference when I eat gluten. Dairy, I have found like there's certain dairy that like just blow me up, right? So that is exactly kind of what I wanted to talk about first.
Oh God, this was all she wanted.
It is vital. You should have
This is just
a
first.
morning ritual.
She's just
You
starting.
need a morning routine. It does not need to be epic. It does not need to be 1,000 hours. It does not need to be deep, hokey meditation. But when you wake up in the morning, you need to establish 5 minutes where you're going to recognize yourself, give yourself grace, and give yourself motivation and positivity
Because you got to get ready for me to yell at you.
first.
Yep.
That is something you absolutely need to have. Guys, I am loving the mindset on BODi right now. They have these 5-minute meditations, 5-minute mindset resets, and you can go through those and just play them quietly in your AirPods, whatever those are called, and just for 5 minutes connect.
Again, she's
serve
just
yourself
so
and
aggressive.
recognize that the reason you're doing that is because you want to have a successful day on nutrition that day. Recognize it.
Okay, so I don't like drinking eggnog, but I have a recipe for no-bake eggnog cheesecake, and it
Ooh.
calls for yogurt. So I might have to go to Aldi's and use some eggnog Greek yogurt and cream cheese and eggnog.
Interesting. Yeah, some of these
I will make and report back. Maybe I should share it in my stories.
some of these are really funny. Like, yeah, my morning routine, I take off my I have headphones that are in a headband that I have going at night. I take that off and I go to the bathroom and then I'm good. I'm good. Like,
I
come on.
never understood why eggnog is good other than a vehicle for alcohol. I can't drink. It's too thick. I can't. Family loves it.
No, I think it's one of my kids really likes it. Yeah.
I put it in baked goods.
First thing in the morning has to happen before anything else. You have to take those 5 minutes.
No, you don't.
No.
Now let's talk about actual physical things you can do for nutrition.
Oh God.
Right?
Goodness.
So first of all, you can't not have a plan. You can't.
I don't have a plan.
My plan is to eat on Thanksgiving.
My plan is to make sure I eat food every day.
Yep.
That's my plan.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I get distracted.
That
Sometimes
is why I work with a dietitian, because sometimes I don't eat. So I need that sounding board, and he'll look at it at night and he'll send me a message and be like, hey, you didn't check in food yesterday. And it's like, oh, either I forgot or I didn't eat.
Yep. Yep, absolutely.
On a plan. And guys, I think you all know, but there is tracking right in your BODi app, right? I'm just going to show it so there's no excuses. Here's your app. Right here at the bottom, there is something called, come on, where's the light? I don't know. You can't really see it. It's right down here. It's called tracking. And right in there, you can track. So I've already put in how many containers I get every single day.
There you go, Jennifer. That's it.
You have to be tracking. You have to be tracking and you need to measure. So I get away from it too. And I'll be like, oh, I need to go back to measuring because this eyeball thing is not really working. It's not really working. Yes, I love the app too, Patty. It's amazing. Right?
They've kind of hijacked Miracle Morning, Rosie. And now with this new Growth Day app with Brennan Bruschetta.
Yeah, with bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
Yep.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I remember reading Miracle Morning as one of the personal development books. So it's like one of the last ones that I actually, and then I learned more about the guy and I'm like, no.
And it absolutely.
And it's not for everybody either. It's like, it
No.
didn't work. No.
Yeah, Jennifer's like Brendan Burchard. Yeah, on Reddit they started calling him bruschetta, and it has just stuck for me because I'm really enjoying calling him bruschetta.
To track. You need to plan.
No, you don't.
There is no way you're ever going to be successful on a nutrition plan without a plan. Notice it's called a nutrition plan, right?
Not true.
So
Not true. Not true.
Not
Eat
true.
food. Eat food.
one of my
Ready?
favorite things.
I have guidelines, right?
Guidelines. Okay.
Guidelines. And it's not a plan. It doesn't have to be like this 100% of the time. When you're, this like works mostly for like lunches and dinners. Protein. Pick a produce. Pick a carb. Make it taste good.
There you go. That's
That's
it. Good plan.
And it doesn't have to be all of those things all the time. It always has to taste good.
Yep. Have it be delicious.
And a fat thing. Like you could do macaroni and cheese. That's a meal.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, it can become a real problem for me as well, tracking. I mean, like I would lose my mind if my kids ate something because I'm like, I'm tracking all of this and I have to be exact.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like my tracking is literally just typing in what I ate. There's no numbers. There's no nothing.
Yep.
I can add it if I want to. But usually it's just, I had this. Like I went out for my friend's birthday. It's like, we went to pizza place. I had a slice of this pizza, this pizza, this pizza, and 2 beers.
Yep. Oh, one of my kids just joined.
Pizza and pasta calabrese is also
Jacism. Hello, my sweet child. I love you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's really funny. Yeah, there's a lot of Calabrese things better than Autumn.
hot dogs grilled with Old Bay.
All right, so my my kid that's in, if they're still in, they may have just like come in, said hi, and then left. But I was like militant about tracking, and very much so. Do not take any of my
Oh,
food.
she's still here.
Oh, Chase is like, love
Chase is still here.
bye. Yeah, no, it's awful. It is absolutely awful. The control that it has over you. I would get mad if they drink any of my shake. I would get mad, especially because they never took the carrots. They didn't take those things. It was the other things that they took. So I'm just saying, it was never the good stuff, and it absolutely ran my life.
Mhm.
Stress snack, right? Do not ever start a Monday and expect not to be stressed during the week at some point. That's just a lie. I don't care how cushy your life is. Something's good.
I should start telling lies to see if my kid's gonna. I don't get stressed. I never freak out. Every week just goes amazingly well. Yeah, I tried, but not exactly. Just to make, and actually,
Yep.
that is one of the things I'm trying to do as well, is making sure that I track. I remember when I was younger, you'd be upset whenever we'd eat that stuff because you couldn't have it, and that's what my kids knew. They knew, like, I would try to play it off like, no, I can have it. I'm
I
choosing.
just don't want it. Yeah, I just choosing
Choosing
not to
not
have it. And then after they would all go to bed, you'd eat the rest.
Yep, absolutely.
Stress you during the week. You should know and have exactly what you're going to go to, right? Here's the other thing I will tell you over and over again. It needs to be something you are excited to eat. If you are not excited to eat,
She just told us how much she hated broccoli. No.
So
What?
I plan out breakfast every day. Like breakfast is generally the same every day. And I try and plan out lunches. And dinners go up on a whiteboard and they get changed often. And I was talking with my dietitian this morning and I'm like, so dinner last night was leftovers. He saw, I'm like, dinner tonight is whatever's in the fridge. Dinner tomorrow night is what, because I need this food out of my house before Thursday. I'm like, so I can't necessarily track it ahead of time. It's like things change. You have to be able to flip and make adjustments. Like you can't,
Yeah.
I can't, I have to stick to the plan. That's stressful. You're talking about stress, Kat?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
stressful.
The amount of stress that it would give me if I didn't have everything figured out,
Yeah.
was ridiculous. Yeah.
if you're like, oh, every time I'm stressed out, I'm going to have that piece of cardboard because it's on my plan, you're not going to do it. It has to be something you love.
But there's
right?
nothing on Gut Protocol.
With a little nut butter and some banana on it, I'm in heaven. That is so good for me. It is like,
Oh, Jace is the best. I'm just saying. Thanks to all of you. Hope you guys have an amazing night, day, whenever it is. Jace is amazing. Not even gonna lie. Meal planning, it limits me. So one of the things that I have to do, especially, I mean, as my kids have started to get older and move out, I am now like, I have to make meals for 5, right? So I will meal plan so that I can grocery shop, whatever. But
I love that.
I
Eat
will
when I'm hungry, drink when I'm thirsty, lift heavy things when I'm angry.
I love it. Boom. Done.
Boom.
I will put up on the like on a board or whatever in the kitchen, like, here are the meals that I have stuff for. What sounds
Yeah.
good? Like, what are we gonna eat? And we try and figure it out.
Yeah, I'm the one that figures it out. It always, I think I was telling somebody the other night, or we were hanging out with friends and mates, like she can just go walk in, open up the pantry and the fridge and just pick random stuff out and make something taste good.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
I have to have somewhat of a plan.
a dessert, I will gladly have that. And I know it's on my plan and it's planned for, and I go for it. Yep. So make sure you have the stress snack, right? Hold on, let me just make sure. Plan to party, guys. Look,
Oh
you
God.
into any holiday party and expect them to serve you a bunch of healthy food. Don't do that. You're lying to yourself. You need to bring food. Please don't bring food and say, hey, everyone, this is a healthy dish out of my gut protocol. Don't do that. First of all, no one's going to like you. Everyone's going to tell you they don't like it, even if they like it, because you just told them it was healthy. Don't do it. Just say, hey, I would love to bring some side dishes. I'm going to bring a couple of my favorites. And then tell your host that. Make sure that you have food.
If your plan is so amazing, why can't you share that this is a meal from the plan?
Right?
And her plan to party thing came from the summer. She talked about it over the summer when she was celebrating her dad's 5th birthday or something when they were up in.
Yep, absolutely.
If they're serving hot dogs and hamburgers, you can eat a burger, guys. Burgers are on the plan.
But the bun's not.
Not on the plan is the entire bag of potato chips, right?
Oh.
And if you're staying away from gluten, then the bun, right? Please don't be that person. Please don't be the person. Oh, I'm gluten-free. And I don't need to hear it. I'm hosting a party. If you are not eating gluten, then bring your own damn bun. Do it. Or don't eat the bun. I don't need to hear about it. Right? I really don't. I'm hosting a party.
Okay. Why is she so mad?
I don't know.
Yes, she is on a soapbox. So when I'm planning a party, and I generally know this now because I use the same people that come over. But if someone's coming over for the first time, I ask,
Yep,
do
absolutely.
you have any food allergies? Do you have any food preferences? Is there anything that you're into? Like, is there anything that I need to know? Because I would love to make sure there's something for you to eat.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not that hard, Kat.
No. And do you know what? You should be that person. If you have something that you cannot have, you should be that person to be like, hey, I
But
can't do this, but
these people don't have celiac.
no, they're just doing it because Autumn told them that they shouldn't have gluten.
Yep.
So yeah, no. Yeah. You can't bring it up, but she can yell at
Yep.
us here.
Yep. Tell me about food
Bring-
preferences and allergies. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Food that you can eat. There's a million recipes. If you are not eating food you love, that's on you. That is
Oh
you're
my
being
God, personal
You are
responsibility
emotionally
narrative.
resisting getting excited about the plan.
But
That's
the
what's
plan
happening.
sucks.
If you are not eating food,
You could not get me excited about this plan.
I mean, have you seen the chicken a la king recipe that Tanya shares all the time?
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so bad. It looks so bad. No.
Or her nice cream.
Oh, yeah, no. No.
love with the 7 bazillion recipes we have online, that is on you. There
Oh
you
my
go.
God, she's
Love
okay.
mom,
Amy's channel. I'm sorry, I'm saying it.
that
She is a
food
bitch.
is
What did you say?
She is a bitch.
Yes.
Like I can't. I don't.
Yes.
Ugh.
But she's doing it. She's making you seem, well, no, Jen, this is love.
No.
Love.
Okay. No,
That's
it's
what
not
she gets
her
to be.
issue. It's my issue. No, you are rude. You are condescending. You are a bitch. This is not how you coach people.
No, and you think
She's making it
you're
about. This is
motivating.
not.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Anna, you're completely right.
Absolutely. And yes, this is a lot of self-projection.
And Amy will get more
So
of my coaching when she finally schedules her call.
I need to. I'm so sorry. I'm
It's
just
okay. I know.
I'm telling you right now, going back to school right now, I'm not quite sure why I decided it was a great idea to do that during the holidays, but it's probably going to be fine.
It's
I haven't written a
challenge.
paper in 22 years. It's fine. It's fine.
out of these 7 bazillion recipes, there is something you will like on there. And I don't care if it's only 2 or 3 recipes, you eat that every single day. There you
Oh,
No, that's going to
So
cause
you
problems.
need to eat
called
food.
orthorexia.
There is a ton of food that is amazing on these plans. So go find what you love to eat. Here's
This is reminding me of Autumn's. It's in the book.
It is at the very beginning of it. It's in the book. I mean, it's kind of like when they tell you that you should do the ultimate reset And
Yeah.
you start reading it and it's like, I can't afford the cost of the program and then all of the food that you're telling
Yep.
me I have to have. There's no way. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I do need to try and get that deposit over to Jen right away. And she's also going to teach me how to sell it to you, Hannah.
Yep.
That's the other part, right? Let's go.
Damn, I should charge that, but I don't.
You should. You should. No, wait, you shouldn't. We'll talk about that. I'll be your business coach. I'll help you with that part.
I would never charge
Sure.
that.
Right?
To nutrition. You've got it all wrong if you are stressed about nutrition. First of all, it's going to do the opposite that you want it to do.
She has
She-
been stressing you out about nutrition for
She's been stressing me out this entire time.
No, it's
And I'm out of my Baileys and coffee. Damn it.
Oh no. If you
my
need to get
my
a
crutch.
if you need to go
No.
get a crutch, you
No, I
go.
don't have any more coffee. I'm done.
Oh, all right. All right.
If you are stressing about staying on nutrition, then what's happening is it's adding more stress to you, right? It's adding stress, and that is not helpful. We're trying to avoid stress in our life, right? We're trying to avoid being stressed, right? So as a result, you need to change your mindset about that, right? You need to change your mindset about why you're doing nutrition. You need to be excited about your nutrition. I want you to be excited about your recipes, excited about the food you're eating. I want you to feel nourished and feel like it's delicious and dive into delicious food. You need to change your mindset when you are eating a gluten-free pasta. First and foremost, guys, do not look at a replacement food and be like, it's going to taste exactly like that. Why would it taste exactly like that? It's not that.
You're right, Hannah.
Yeah, when people are like,
Yep.
but it doesn't taste like that. Yeah, you know why? Because it's not. My chickpea pasta doesn't taste like this gluten-filled processed pasta. You know why? Because
For chickpea pasta isn't processed.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I mean,
How do you think chickpeas are normally whole? How do you think they turn it into a pasta?
pasta, right? And if
And
she's
you're right, gluten-free pasta isn't terrible if it has sauce and cheese. Chickpea pasta, edamame pasta, like some of them, the texture is going to be a little off, but and it depends on the shape you use. Some shapes are better than others, but it's just like Hannah said, she's extremely stressed here. Like, how is
very
this?
much so.
Yeah,
The pasta tree. It all grows on the pasta tree. I'm surprised you haven't found that yet, Jen.
it is hella processed.
It absolutely is. And then they demonize all these processed things. I haven't to find
Shakeology.
a Shakeology plant. Yeah, I haven't found a Shakeology plant in the wild yet. So
And we don't actually know what's in it because it's a proprietary blend. So
yep, absolutely. Yeah, every single thing you purchase at the store is processed. Even the fruits and vegetables are processed in some ways.
yeah.
So she needs to stop it.
Ooh, I love rice noodles.
that's why. So get out of the mindset that you are replacing exactly what it is. My mocktail doesn't taste like my martini. You know why? It's not a martini. So you've got to get in the mindset of choosing that with joy, right?
Because she is so overjoyed right now.
Oh
Like-
my God, so much joy.
You have
I
zero
will tell you, I love Athletic Brewing Company makes non-alcoholic beers.
Okay.
And I really like people think I'm nuts because I love IPAs because they're super hoppy and bitter. But they actually make a really good one that's non-alcoholic. And I just love that. Hey, Christina.
Christina. Yeah. And here's the thing. If you find something that you like,
I will never eat zoodles again as a replacement for pasta. I will make them because they're fun and mix it in with pasta.
Yeah.
I will never eat spaghetti squash again. That is like a no-go. That's hard line.
No, I get that.
Oh, yeah, their hazy is delicious.
Yeah.
I need to go buy more.
This is kind of an unfortunate screenshot.
This is great.
I make my mocktails, guys. I love it. I put mint in there and lemon. I muddle fruit. It's so delicious to me. I'm excited about it, but I don't expect it to taste like a martini.
So stop calling it a mocktail and just call it a beverage.
Just
So
just call
you
it a
need
drink.
to absolutely do some mindset work on that. but I want you to get excited about the food options you have. There's so many. Guys, the list of desserts that we have with Shakeology, and they taste so good.
They don't.
No, they don't.
No.
Jessica, yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry for that screenshot. It was probably very scary for you to walk in on that.
I will tell you, Rosie, the Guinness non-alcoholic is
Oh my
really good.
Yikes.
It is delicious.
Yeah,
No, she does not care.
no, she doesn't. Absolutely not.
They taste so good. You guys know I love Reese's cups. I love them. They have them that I will totally make, and they are so good. I love them. Do they taste?
They're grainy and gross.
No,
They're gross.
You know what's crazy? Open your ears for this one. If I eat a Reese's cup now, it does not taste as good as I remember them tasting.
Yes, they do.
Because when
She
I
needs to get
I
the-
actually don't like Reese's cups.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to kick
You know what
out.
I like though? No. Hold up. I like the Reese's Dark Thins.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not a milk chocolate fan. That goes along with the IPA thing. I like the bitter.
So people
'Cause
were
I'm just bitter.
people were talking earlier. The white chocolate like ghosts at Halloween and then like Christmas. And you got to get the like the shapes.
They're
the
too sweet
Reese's.
for me. That's why I have to have the dark chocolate.
Yeah,
What
no.
did
Dark
I let my kid get 2 donuts yesterday, and he got a old fashioned with maple
Yeah.
and the pumpkin. And we decided, well, they gave me an extra pumpkin donut on accident. So we're like, well, let's just split the old fashioned one. And I took like one bite. He saw my face. He's like, it's too sweet for you, huh? I'm like, yep. And I'm like,
Yeah, I haven't found that yet. And tomorrow I have a drive in front of me, so maybe I'll have to try these dark thins.
I totally agree. Debbie, Christmas cakes are delicious.
Yes.
now is chemicals.
Stop it.
Because
Because there's nothing in Shakeology like okay. Water's a chemical.
Yes,
Like
dihydrogen oxide.
peppermint patties. Okay, but have you tried the junior mints that are the peppermint crunch junior mints?
Wait, there's peppermint crunch junior mints.
There are, and they're so good. Yes, I saw them at Target today.
Okay. Chemicals.
my
Yep. Oh no, not the chemicals.
body from all the crap. I've detoxed my body.
Oh, you don't. Your liver does the job.
That's actually not what you really want.
Yes, it is.
So that does start to happen, right? So when you go to these parties or when you're hosting parties, you need to have food that you will totally love. You need to prep. You need to plan to party. I never go to a party without drinking a shake before I go. It has become a habit.
I used to do that.
I never walked
too.
into
And you know what I still did?
starving.
I still ate all the things.
I ate all the things.
I still ate all the things because Shakeology is not what I wanted.
Because you know what? Shakeology didn't fill me up.
Potato donuts. You may need to share that recipe. Yeah, the worst pre-party ever. I'm just saying I started pre-gaming for Thanksgiving with this raspberry cream cheese pie and it was delicious. And Leslie, you got to send over that recipe because Jen.
Send it to me, please. I need it.
Yes. Just enjoy the food. The amount of mental gymnastics around all of this. Yeah, she hates peanut butter cups. She has talked about them a lot. And you Shakeology, you're going to be in the bathroom the whole party.
I pre-gamed with Shakeology all the time.
Oh, no, thank you.
And I'd even take it to the party and drink it at the beginning. And then I'd end up having like 12 beers and eating all the food anyways.
Yep, absolutely.
And then double workouts for a week.
Oh, yeah.
And a 3-day refresh.
Oh, God. 3-day refresh. Yikes.
You are
Because that's when you
absolutely
make that
correct,
choice.
Hannah.
You're setting yourself up for failure. Being on a plan means actually eating. Eat. We eat real food. I don't know about you guys, but I grew up in the 80s and it was the time of Twiggy. And that was when you starved yourself and most of the models were doing cocaine. That was health, right? That was smoking, cocaine, and not eating. I grew up in a fabulous time of health. That was great. Like, you were just like, what were you supposed to do? You starved yourself. And everyone was so proud if you only had a stick of celery for the day. It was a huge mindset shift I needed to do. When I
Not
was
far
doing
away
20
from
days
that.
real time,
Oh
and
my
we were
gosh.
doing it, and I was committed to doing the plan, and I wasn't dropping weight quickly in
I
that first.
think they're all still
Both
doing.
Autumn and I were shocked by.
Right.
So Autumn said, "Are you doing the plan, portion fix?" And I was like, "Yes." She gotta love Autumn because she knows her stuff. She looked at me, she said, "Are you eating all the containers?" And I was like, "Oh no." She was like, "That's not the plan, Dad." I was like, "Oh crap, I can't eat all those containers." She was like, "You have to eat all the containers. That is the plan." And I said, "Ugh." So I did. I started eating all that food. And I
That's
started
not a lot of food.
It is not. And I tried to convince myself of that as well. And
Ma'am, try going to Wendy's.
right. Their peppermint frosties are coming soon. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness gracious.
almost overnight. Your body,
She started losing weight overnight.
Yeah, no.
She was eating what Autumn told her to eat. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
that's not how it works.
No.
first of all, one other thing I want to talk about a little bit, and this is a hard one.
As opposed to the rest of the crap she's been spewing this whole
Oh
time.
boy. Maybe I do need another drink.
Your body
You might.
right now.
Love your body right now.
I really
No.
want to take a minute this weekend, guys. And if you can, it can go both ways, but I really would love you to look in a mirror and look at your body. We don't do that a lot.
Actually,
Love your
when
body.
I was in Beachbody, I would look in the mirror every chance I got and find something I didn't like about it and criticize myself.
Yep, absolutely. I did the same. Yep.
I'll be right back.
All right. Jen's got to go get a drink, you guys.
Exactly the way it is right now. And love it. It takes care of you. Everyone on here right now, by the grace of God, we have no handicaps. That is a gift. We're so mean to our bodies.
Hold on.
I
I think I need to do the intuitive eating webinar again and just talk about.
Did you hear what she just said?
Yeah, I heard her. I'm trying to ignore it because I'm about to punch something.
Are you kidding me? I'm so mad right now that she would say that. Yep, able-bodied only. Yeah,
Absolutely. It's always been like that.
and we're
I mean,
black.
did you see Autumn? And I
Ugh.
commented, hold on, keep talking. I will pull up what I responded to Autumn.
Let's see what else she has to say.
We speak so unkindly about our bodies. Your body is beautiful. It's strong. It helps you do life. And when you start appreciating and loving your body, you treat it differently. So if you are speaking hate to your body every day, why do you care? Then you won't care what you're putting in it. You're going to feed it crap. But when you love your body and you say, "Oh, I'm so proud of this body. It's holding me up. It helps me do life. I can work out. I'm getting a little bit stronger every day. I am not comparing myself. I don't compare my body to anyone else's body. It's no one
She's so
else.
full of it.
My body.
Yeah,
It's not Autumn's body. It's not Tanya's body. It's and I love their bodies. Their bodies are beautiful. They work very hard for those bodies. I want that body.
Starving themselves.
I want my body to be beautiful and strong as it can be at my age and in this season of my life. And when you start with that mindset, and if that's something you need to work on, I want you to work on it in your morning routine. That 5 minutes.
All right, pause this for a second.
Jessica, that's hilarious.
Jessica, do it. And
You
save the receipts.
You should do it to Kat and then send her a clip of herself saying that.
So 2 weeks ago, Autumn made a post, and the first line is, "A strong body is a physical representation of a strong mind."
Oh, yep.
Right?
I remember the post.
Having a right mindset is what separates those from a great or those who are average. I'm here to push you physically, but not also mentally. My comment was, yeah, sure. And can we please keep in mind that there are people with strong minds whose bodies may not have the abilities to do your program? I would really love to see you begin to address the social determinants of health. That comment has the most likes of any other comment
Yep.
under that.
You want to hear something funny?
I'm surprised it didn't get deleted.
I had some people send that to me. They were like, "Oh my gosh, did you see this post?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw that comment."
Yeah. Oh, join me up. So she's talking about you have to love your body right now.
Yep.
No. And Evelyn Tribole, one of the creators of intuitive eating, was just recently on a podcast, and the person shared the clip and they talked about this principle. It's respect your body. You're not always going to love your body, but you can always show your body respect. You're like, I don't love my body right now, but what can I do to respect it at this point in time? Is it take a nap?
I love that.
Is it take a nap? Is it go for a walk? Is it eat ice cream? Is it eat salad? Is it do a workout? What can I do to show myself respect, even though I'm not in love with my body right now?
I love that. That's amazing.
It's not about loving your body. It's about respecting it.
Respecting it.
And there's a huge difference.
Absolutely, there is.
Here's
I mean,
books.
yeah, intuitive eating. I was reading it and I was like, oh my
And
god.
even if
so much
you
that
don't,
makes sense.
even if you don't want to practice intuitive eating, there's things and takeaways in this book that help everyone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's one I would highly recommend as well.
I want you to just repeat 5 times. I love my body. Slowly, meaningfully. Tears may run down your face. I'm about to cry right now just talking about it because it's emotional. You have to work through that. I continue to struggle with that. And I know
because you're trying to love your body, you don't
I
respect
can
it.
say it's all good, but then when I go put a bathing suit on and stand next to my besties, it's still an emotional roller coaster. I still have to do the work. You have to do the mindset work every single day. It is not a light switch that goes on and that is it. I work on that mindset every single
And it's obviously working great for you, Kat.
Yep. We're seeing the fruits of it right here.
Have to do the mindset work before you can start worrying about the nutrition work. You have to do the mindset work. And I want you to love your body. In the morning, you say, I love my body.
Nope. I'm going to do things that respect my body today.
Put different food in a body you love than a body you hate. So you've got to connect that.
Yes, Rosie, take care of your own mental health. And I think bed sounds amazing right now.
Right? So connect the emotional side of loving your body. And then we know we're working on it. Every day is a step towards a healthier version of yourself. Every day, right? Every day. I told myself I'm going to start the self-love journal you have in the file section. I'm so excited.
Good night,
I love
Rosie.
that
Thanks for
journal.
hanging
I
out.
was so excited to gift that to you guys. Please use it. It is. It's working that mindset every single day and connecting it to your health and wellness journey.
Yes, she
So
did.
yes, I would love for you guys to do
Mhm.
that. So we're going to just recognize a whole bunch of things, guys. We're going to recognize that we need to start loving your body right here, right now.
No, you don't.
Because you will feel
No,
your
you
body
don't.
differently if you love yourself. We are going to stop lying to ourselves and telling ourselves that self-sabotage is self-love. It is not. Feeding your body crap is not self-love. Not getting a workout in is not self-love. Self-love is
Sometimes,
what, Kat?
sometimes not doing a workout is self-love.
Absolutely. Sometimes eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's is self-love. Curled up on the couch, watching a movie that makes you cry.
Yep, absolutely.
People like this are why people think that. Yup.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. But they're so loud on social media that you're like, okay, well, obviously this is health. I don't want any part of this. And so then you end up going extremes. And I mean, this would be one of the extremes.
fueling your body like you love yourself, speaking to yourself like you love yourself, right? All of that is self-love. We have to recognize that it will be challenging, right? That it's not going to be an overnight switch, that you need to do the work. You need to do the work.
How about instead of self-love, we work on self-compassion, Kat?
Oh, I love that. Yes.
How about some self-compassion and then compassion for others instead of lecturing and yelling at us this entire time?
Yep. Well,
You'd
and the
probably do better in your business if you did that.
whole like do the work.
What work? You didn't give me any
What
work.
Yeah, I don't know what work to do. Yeah, no.
On a plan. And you're going to lock that plan in. From here until
Lock it in.
Thanksgiving, lock the plan in. Just lock it in.
Lock it in. Hold the line.
Another thing I want to say is
No.
that it's okay. Being on plan means choosing sometimes to have a drink, choosing to have a piece of cake. That is very different, you guys. Choosing it, having it, and enjoying it is very different than just landsliding and eating whatever you want and drinking all the things and just doing a buffet, right?
And
That is
that's what they
very
think.
different.
That is what most people visualize as intuitive eating.
Yeah.
And
It's
that
true.
may happen. And that's what Ashley turned it into also. And
Yeah.
that may happen at the beginning. This is why you need to work with a professional who knows about it. But gentle nutrition is the last principle
Yep.
for a reason. Because you are doing mindset work and healing and learning how to show yourself self-compassion, not love, and respecting your body. Oh, just gonna throw that out there.
Yep.
So choosing to have something that is off plan is
Yeah,
still,
we're allowed to eat now, Hannah.
does that make sense to everybody? Because choosing that is in control. You're still in control.
Okay, though, she just said that choosing to eat something off plan is still on plan.
On
Make
plan.
that choice. Like,
No, it's not.
Autumn, because
Yeah.
Autumn would beg to differ on that one.
Yep.
And if you are struggling with going 100% in, then choose to be 90%
I told you.
because it's better than 0%. Right?
There it is. Yep.
90% on a plan.
It's all or nothing with her.
Yeah.
Even
it
90%, it's all or nothing.
Yep. It absolutely is.
Black and white, no nuance, no room.
It'll bring you to
No.
a weight loss journey, right? The one other thing I want to talk about, guys, is I want to talk about your goals.
Oh
I
boy.
want to talk about your health and wellness goals because your health and wellness goals need to align with what you're doing in your health and wellness journey.
She's not wrong about that. I'll give her that much.
Right. I mean, and this is kind of what we talked about at the beginning. Like, there are some things that you're like, okay, yes, you're almost there. And then she'll throw something else out and it's like, oh, never mind. Yeah, apparently that's funny, Hannah, because I don't think it has a different calorie count if you actively choose it. If you're like, okay, this is now on my plan, it's going to be the same impact. All of that.
My health and wellness goals have changed, right? When I started, I was like, this is like 4 years ago when I was just coming out of the fog and starting to get healthy. My health and wellness.
That's interesting that she says that, though, because she's been in exercise videos for years. Years and years. I mean,
Wait, what was the one she was in?
the gospel one.
Hold on, let me go find the link and I'll share it so you guys can.
The gospel one was amazing. She was in the Walk Away the Pounds with Leslie Sansoni. She's in that one. She's been in. So no, this isn't just something new that she started with 21 Day Fix. She's been in fitness videos for years and years.
Was to lose 60 pounds, right? That was I'm going to be skinny bitch. I'm going to be back living and look like I did when I was 20. I'm going to have abs like Tanya. I'm going to crush it.
You mean Photoshop?
Changed.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not mad about it. I'm really just, but you have to know that you have to get to a place where your goals are not a lie to you, right? Here's another thing that I want to tell you, because if my goal was to have be really super trim, I want you to know that I can do that. So
No,
I
you
want you to
can't.
know that everyone on here can do that.
No.
True. She's completely ignoring genetics, completely ignoring everything. Yeah, body gospel. Oh my gosh. You guys, body gospel is amazing.
We have, if you scroll down Amy's channel, I think we did it last year. It was it was Cheryl
It was
reacting with
me,
us?
you, and Cheryl. Oh, it was so
Okay,
funny.
so watch the clip I just shared and then go back to Amy's channel when we leave here and bookmark to watch
Oh my
Cheryl's face.
Your face too, my friend. Because
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
true.
just laughing the whole time because I'd already
Because
had.
you watched it first.
Oh man, I'd already watched it, so I knew what I was getting into.
Oh my God. Did
Yeah.
she just say everybody can get skinny?
She did. Yep.
All right. I
absolutely.
talked about this on my live yesterday in the morning. I chased for my body to look like Autumn for a year.
Yeah.
I got skinny, Kat, and I also got really sick.
Yep. Yeah.
So
And-
no, not everybody is meant to be rail thin like your friends.
No, and if you look at them right now, some of them have lost so much weight that they look sick.
We shouldn't be able to see your ribs.
No.
Like
No.
I don't think Bethany probably left. I told her I'd share a picture, but I found it. You can see my ribs. I was gaunt. I was gray. My collarbones were sticking out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was thin. Was I healthy? Absolutely not.
No. No.
Yet Jennifer watched it.
Oh my God. Everybody lost it. That video was amazing.
Your body can do that.
No, it can't. Not everyone.
But for
can
me,
do that.
what it would take is never having a drink, being so stressed out about eating chicken and vegetables, never having a sauce. And I chose a different goal because I didn't want to do the things that align with that.
Yep,
That does
Ray.
not bring me joy. That's not joyful to me. Some people love it. Like I talk about Tanya and Autumn because they're my best friends, and I love.
They love it because they need help.
Yep.
I'm so grateful that there is zero judgment between the three of us. And those are the kinds of friends you need to have.
You should be concerned about them.
There should be a little bit of judgment, in my opinion.
Compassion and reflection and support and concern.
I love that. Yes. Yes. Yeah. No. Oh, God.
I got down to a size 4.
Wow.
I was 118 pounds.
And
my goal was to get to a 2.
Oh my gosh. Yikes.
I'm depending on what brand, a 10, 12, 14 right now.
Yeah.
And I am comfortable. I love it.
And
I mean, it's annoying because I have a big butt and big quads because I lift weights. So buying shorts sucks. But
yeah,
you know.
She already told us. It's interesting. Hannah said, you think Autumn isn't constantly judging you.
Oh, yeah, she judges her all the time.
Well, and Kat just talked about in 21 Day Fix real time, the Autumn was like, are you sure you're following the plan? Because Autumn was judging her.
Yep.
So no, she's judging you. Absolutely, she is.
They're not trying to make me do what they do. I'm not trying to make them do what I do. There's none of that. There is zero judgment, which is pretty crazy when you think about who Autumn is. I think that speaks to what kind of an amazing woman she is.
Okay, she may not judge you, but she sure as hell judges everybody else.
Right?
I mean, we have the video receipts to prove it.
Oh, yeah. And Carl did judge. Carl judged.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Yeah. If you, that was
hard to watch.
It was awful. It was absolutely awful.
Don't hang out with people that are your goals are your goals, but you're going to be really frustrated if you're pretending this goal is what you want and you're not doing the things that are going to get you to that goal, right? You're going to be really frustrated. I want you to think about what your goals are. What if I told you right now, and I love this one.
Stop yelling that.
What if I told you right now that you're never going to lose 1 pound right now from where you are?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Is your life ruined?
Nope.
No. What if the pants you're wearing right now are the pants you're going to wear for the rest of your life?
Okay.
Maybe that's okay.
Absolutely.
What if
The
I gain weight?
not
Okay.
is
What
when
if I
we
lose weight?
with
Okay.
medical issues. Now, one thing I will say,
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry.
The ableism on this one are
Her ableism, her fat phobia, anti-fat bias,
like, oh,
privilege, classism.
it's okay. Let's see what else she's gonna say.
to you is that your life gets a lot better when you take off the excess weight.
No.
Let's see.
What did I just
Jen-
say, Kat? I
Here, Jen,
took off the excess weight. I took off 120 pounds and I got sick. So
Yes.
no.
Oh, dang it. Hold on. I went
You're-
to the wrong place. Okay,
Right? You're going to be really frustrated. I want you to think about what your goals are.
Okay, I rewound it a little bit
What
so
if I
Jennifer
told you
could
right
hear
now,
this.
and I
So
love this one.
I will not
Open your
change.
ears, open your heart.
I won't pause
What
this.
if I told you right now that you're never going to lose 1 pound right now from where you are, ever?
I'm furious right
Is your
now.
life going to end? No. What if the pants you're wearing right now are the pants you're going to wear for the rest of your life? Maybe that's okay. The time it's not okay, guys, is when we are dealing with medical issues. Now, one thing I will say to you is that your life gets a lot better when you take off the excess weight. If your back hurts every day, lose some weight.
No.
If your knees hurt, lose some weight.
No. Oh my God. I need to find the study. There was a study done. 2016, 2018, something like that. And they tracked biomarkers of individuals who participated in physical activity and eating food. And even without weight loss, by participating in the physical activity, they improved their overall health markers.
Yep.
They improved knee pain. They improved back pain. They improved cholesterol levels. They improved blood pressure just by adding physical activity
Yeah.
without focusing on weight loss. So no, Kat, you are wrong.
No. And like, here's the thing. I can't even.
Yep, Hannah, I had pain too.
Right. I had pain when I was at my lowest weight too. So
And the research also shows that people in the overweight category are actually live healthier than people live longer than normal weight and underweight. So
honestly, my markers have never
again,
been better.
you are
My
wrong.
markers have never been better. So no, she's wrong.
My cholesterol when I was 118, 120 pounds was through the roof.
Yep.
And you see that a lot with people who have an active ED.
Yeah.
They will have high cholesterol. They will have high or low blood pressure. There will be issues. Guess what, Kat? They're skinny. And there are also a lot of people in larger bodies who don't get diagnosed who have those issues too.
Yeah. Yeah. And Christina, my knees hurt because
Live through the jackass area.
a lot of the things that I did when I was in Beachbody hurt my knees.
And now we're making them stronger.
And now, heck yeah, I am.
By working, next month is going to be a quad dominant month, and you're going to hate me, but I love you.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But
Yeah,
stop
I was always
doing
cold too.
to look skinny. You need to do it for health. You know what? Running up a flight of stairs is a lot easier when you're lighter. Or it's easier when you're lighter and when you're strong. Those are the goals I want you to have for yourself.
I do have bionic knees now. They're pretty amazing. They better be. They were very expensive knees. They better be.
I'm making sure she's taking good care of them.
But here's the deal, like all of this that she's
I'm
saying,
sorry.
so toxic.
300 pounds running. Have you follow him running? I can't do what he does running. I am Shantae. She runs marathons. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Kat couldn't do it.
Yep. Yep. Make exercise and sensible food choices, right? Movement. And I mean, and it's wild because it's like so much of the movement that you do in a day didn't count when you were in BODi.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. Going on a walk with my dog didn't count. So I would do my workouts and then I would walk for 3 to 5 miles because it didn't count. It wasn't a workout. So it was fine. It was fine.
And yes, for a lot of us, that includes weight loss. Being a healthy weight is a part of being healthy.
You don't know what a healthy weight is for anybody.
Mm-mm. None of this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know. I told you.
I thought I got mad earlier.
No, I
Damn.
told you it was coming.
Okay. You cannot tell someone's health by the size and shape of their body.
No.
Health, weight loss is not a behavior. Weight loss is a byproduct of behaviors, possible byproduct behaviors. It is not always guaranteed.
No.
So if you want to talk about people having their why and the things they're going to do, Kat, you need to talk about behaviors, not weight loss. Okay, thanks.
Yep.
I'm so mad right now.
Right? I told you.
Yes, my head is going to explode.
Yes, it is.
I need my lighter. Did you see me? I posted this yesterday. Mom's last nerve. Oh, look, it's on fire. I
need
smell my candle right now.
I need that. Yeah, my kids, as we were decorating for Christmas, were like, Mom, do you need to go take a bath? Mom, do you need a timeout? I'm like, yes, I do. I do need a timeout.
I meant to light this before we started too. And I don't
You
have
should
to.
have, because it's on fire now.
Oh man.
So I want your goals to align with health. And I want you to think about that this weekend.
That doesn't mean they have to align with weight loss, Kat.
No.
It's not the same
My
thing.
goals became very clear to me when I started struggling to get down to tie my shoes.
I have a bunch of post ideas.
Because my-
Wait now.
Are you writing notes down for
Yeah.
thinking of the post? Good.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to be to hear what Kat's saying right now since her coach left.
All right.
It could be interesting to see. I guarantee the stress is getting to her a lot more now.
This is a Mother's Day gift, by the way.
That's perfect.
Or birthday.
I went. And I said to myself, oh, hell no. No, that is not the life I am living. I am not going to be so overweight that I cannot sit in an airplane chair. I am
She
not
never got that
I
big.
do not want
No.
that life. I do not want the life where I cannot run up a flight of stairs or run down the street to get something.
I
do
would
not
love to
want
see
the
her
life
run.
where I have to be
You
in a
never do.
scooter because I'm so heavy that I have to be driven around Disney. I do not want that life. I don't want.
Do you know what? I had to use a scooter at Disney because my knees hurt from all of the crap I did. And
You know what?
I enjoyed it.
Some people have legitimate medical issues that they have to ride in a scooter all the time, Kat.
And it's
All the
okay.
time.
Yep. Absolutely.
You ableist.
Yep.
Life where I can't run for a flight if I am late for my flight. I want a healthy life. I want a healthy, strong, active life. And that for me included losing weight. And that for me included getting my nutrition together.
Yes.
It was not because I hated my body. It is not because I'm trying to be
Liar.
slim.
No. Yeah.
I want balance in my life, which means I am on my nutrition 80 to 90% all the time. There is never a time anymore in my life where I'm at 0% ever. I am always.
You know what, Kat? I'm on mine 100% of the time because I don't have to follow anybody else's plan.
No, right? And for her to say that, like, she is always, I'm like, we follow you. We see people send us things.
And there are times when I'm lost.
Hannah, I am so sorry. I felt
Oh.
that way. I felt that way in Disneyland. I'm like, okay, I'm like, I feel guilty that because of the looks that people would give me. And it's like, well, why are you doing, why are you on that? And I'm like, leave me alone. I just had a knee
Yeah.
replacement. You know, it's the judgmental things. She is saying some really hateful things. Absolutely, she is.
And that sucker in, and we're going at 100%. It ain't today. It ain't November, guys. What I want you to think about, and you guys know if you've been with me, what do we do in November and December? We hold the line.
I told you.
Emotionally, you guys, November and December, it's going to be really challenging if you were trying to lose a ton of weight. Stop doing that.
How about stop trying to lose weight and just focus on behaviors?
For November and December, I'm getting on a scale. I'm going to know what my weight is. There's not going to be judgment in it, but I am not gaining weight. I am not gaining weight in November and December, because when I get to January, I'm going to start from where I am.
To do what? What are you doing in January? You're going to go on a diet, try and lose weight.
You're going to go all in.
All in.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to go backwards. That's it.
Hold the
That's
line.
what we're doing in November and December. I'm going to practice nutrition at 80 or 90%. I'm going to plan to party. I'm going to choose when I am eating a plan. I'm going to choose it. I'm going to enjoy it. Enjoy it. There's nothing worse than when you've chosen to eat a piece of cake and you're feeling guilty about it.
Hannah, I am so sorry. That is horrible. I am so sorry.
I'm going to eat all the pie this weekend and tag Kat. Oh, wait, she blocked me.
Yep. The othering is brutal. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Fine. Don't do that. Enjoy it. Enjoy every bite of it. Stop eating when you're not sitting down. Stop that. When you eat, you sit, you enjoy it, you chew it. Stop watching TV when you eat. Don't do that.
Oh, hold up. Stop.
You thought it was bad at the beginning, didn't you?
Jesus, Mother Mary. Okay.
She escalated.
Yes, distracted eating can be an issue for some people. But for some people who are sitting at their desk all day, sometimes standing and eating lunch is a good thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes you can eat in front of the TV and you need that stimulation.
And do you know what?
No, stop it.
Sometimes the best thing I can do is eat in my car, because that means I'm eating.
Yeah, I ate in my car all the time with my other job because I had to drive around. I ate cold food. How I know these coaches aren't health professionals is they never talk about checking blood pressure, one of the most vital things to measure health.
Or going in and saying, stop. Even going in and saying, do you know what? You should get your blood work done and you should talk to your doctor. Never once has she mentioned talking to any type of professional.
So when I start, I have 2 nutrition clients right now, and we go through the intake form, and it's fairly long. And if they haven't had their blood work done, or they haven't been to the doctor to get that taken care of, that is my suggestion. It's like, let's get those baselines checked. And then what's your doctor's name? So now I'm a team. So now I'm in contact with their doctor or their nurse practitioner, or even like some people still work with a dietitian too.
Yeah.
So it's a, oh my God, she just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
My friend threw a prosthetic leg at people in France when she, I'm sorry.
I shouldn't laugh either, but that is something I would do.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
gonna
for her. Late to the party. I can't wait. Oh, Liz,
brace yourself. Brace yourself. Stop it. Get
my
help.
head's exploded like 10 times.
Yeah.
And and we still have time.
A little bit. I think there's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Make your plan and let's get on it. Okay. I know I talked most of the time, but I just really felt like I wanted to get everybody together emotionally for nutrition.
I wanted to yell at you all for an hour.
Right? Get you all together. So I want you all to believe everything I just said. Yeah. Have a comfort blankie. Liz, I'd recommend a comfort blankie, a drink, and probably a Reese's peanut butter cup. We've
And
talked about
maybe
this a
a
lot.
stress ball that you can squeeze when you get angry at what she says. I wish I had one right now.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
She does this a lot. She did her leg because it's more dramatic than throwing her off.
Oh my gosh. I want to meet your
I
friend.
want to meet your friend.
Both of us at the same time.
I want to hang out.
Your friend sounds amazing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And if people have to go, I totally get that. But do you guys have any questions?
Oh, does she do a Q&A?
I have been. Hi, how are you? This is really amazing. So I'm just writing my goals right now.
Really?
But basically, I'm struggling a little bit about the desserts. So I don't do desserts because I can do them, but then I will eat them all. So I don't. I'm deciding not to do just to do the Shakeology, and then have peanut butter and bananas, and that helped me. But not having like real, like if I do a dessert, I don't know. I will see it and I will eat it. It's even though this healthy.
All food restriction.
Yeah. So one thing I do with the desserts that we make,
Yeah, Ray, there is no actual science. They don't talk about heart rate during exercise. They don't talk about any of we don't know her. We don't know science.
Science? What's science? What's exercise science? What are you talking about?
That. If I'm pretty confident my floofs are in better, I'd bring in one of the more mellow floofs.
Yeah, how's the puppy?
The dogs, I am a big fan. It took my husband a while to convince me to get a second dog, but it has been amazing because they definitely play with each other and keep them she keeps Grover busy. So we've got 2 Bernese mountain dogs. She is actually on a diet right now. They had to perform liposuction in order to spay her.
Oh my God.
So because her owners did not take care of her at all. And so she should have been at the doctor a long time before we took her there. But anyway, so I think she's probably like 80 pounds now, maybe 75.
Oh my goodness.
And then Grover is like 120. So,
I
so she's 8. My cat's 8. So there you go. Oh my gosh. My dogs are huge. So we have Bernese mountain dogs. So they are enormous.
So here's how much of a boundary I set with talk about weight loss.
Yeah.
My dog has lost like 3 pounds. Everybody's like, oh my God, he's getting so skinny. I said, please don't talk about the size and shape of my dog.
Oh, I love it. Well, when I took Barely to the vet, she was like, we do need to talk about her weight. And I was like, and she's like, the only reason is because it's impacting her. She's got hip dysplasia because of some different things. I'm like, okay, I can handle that, but she's not going to lose a ton and it's going to be gentle.
Yes.
We're doing this low.
We needed this little break from Kat.
Uh-huh.
Talk about the dog.
You'll have to bring she's the sweetest. Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
like the gut protocol desserts or any of those, I will freeze them.
Ugh.
Because if they're in the freezer, I actually have to take one out and thaw it in the fridge that I can have later that night.
I would eat it frozen.
This is disordered behavior, Kat.
It absolutely is. And it wouldn't matter to me if it was frozen or not.
No.
I
wouldn't wait.
No.
So
there's not only is there physical restriction from food, there's also mental restriction from food.
Yeah.
So even if you're allowing yourself to eat the dessert, if mentally you're saying this is junk, this is crap, this is bad, I shouldn't be eating this, that is also restriction. And hence why you cannot stop eating it.
Yep. Because yeah.
If Kat had any education, she would know that.
Yep.
Instead of telling this woman to freeze Shakeology desserts.
It is old 90s. Wait, what? Yeah. Old 90s. Yep. Wait for food with me. Yeah, no. Yeah. Right. No.
A lot. So, and I hate to say this, but if you are eating it, throw it in the trash. And if you are like me,
it's better.
You have to cover it with other food. Otherwise, I'll go in the trash and get it. Like
that's disordered behavior. That is textbook disordered behavior.
Yep. Hold on. She mentions Autumn in a second about it too.
I mean, I did the same thing. We're like, put the cake in, now throw stuff on it, because like we'll go in there and be
she
like,
said her and
well,
Autumn.
It's still clean, right? So, and then you just have to know which ones you can keep in the house and which ones you can't. And if you can't have them, then you just have to make the ones that are only portioned out. But if you freeze them, that was a trick that I did that helped me a lot because I couldn't bite into a frozen one, right? So I would
find a way, or I would put it in the microwave, or I would do something because I would be desperate. because I would get to that point of restriction. And
I
so,
used to throw the food in the trash and cover it with other food.
yep. Isn't one of them mentioned like putting soap on it? Was that Jess
Yeah.
Dukes? Yeah. Yeah. Put soap on it so you can't go into the garbage and eat it.
Yep.
Mm,
And then also, like, if that one's not enough, then get something to eat right after it. So maybe it's the banana and peanut butter right after the dessert, right? So that it's not the last thing you're eating. Guys, other things that help me a lot when I'm like late night craving is tea. Tea is great, like peppermint tea, you know, and herbal tea. Those help a great deal. Something else that
More
helps is
disordered
brush your
behavior.
teeth. Go get ready for bed. And maybe you're still going to watch TV, but you can literally just go wash your face.
Disordered eating behavior 101.
right? She's teaching you disordered food food patterns.
Here's
Right.
here's a tip. If you're still hungry at night, reflect on what you've eaten for the day. Maybe you didn't eat enough. And then guess what? Go have a snack.
Go eat something. This whole
If you're really like, sometimes I'll go to bed with a little bit of hunger. Like that's fine. But like last night, 9 o'clock came around and I'm like, I am still really hungry. And I looked, I'm like, and I did not have I ate that pizza yesterday. I didn't have a lot of like actual protein.
Mhm.
I was like, okay. So I had yogurt and berries and a little granola at 9:30 at night.
Yep. But and this
Don't
isn't just a portion fix thing.
Brushing my teeth was not going to make that hunger go away.
No, and this is Alana saying, like, drink water before, like 16 ounces of water before you eat anything, dinner and done. Like, they have textbook disordered eating patterns that are
Now, if you
built into
want
their
to
brain.
have tea because you enjoy tea, have the tea.
Yeah.
But don't have the tea to avoid eating food.
No.
That's the disordered behavior.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want tea, have tea. But if you want tea because you don't want to eat an Oreo, that's a problem. It's like, okay, I have to have peppermint tea and I really want this Oreo. It's like, go.
Peppermint tea instead of a York peppermint patty. It's not the same thing.
Yep. I used to do this too. I used to do this stuff too.
Then with toothpaste in your mouth, you're not really wanting that, to put another flavor in your mouth, if that makes sense. So
I still would.
a lot.
I would too.
Very good question though. Yeah. And you're not alone. You're not alone.
Sorry, I want to ask you something. Okay, I think 3 years ago, I did 80 days of session, 2019.
No, I'm sorry.
I used a lot by doing portion control. But I feel now because I had my ankles. I was exercising a lot, and also I was not taking care of my body, so my ankle got damaged. So I'm doing physical therapy, and I gained all the weight that I lost. It was like 35 pounds.
Yeah.
And now I'm like comparing myself with my I'm sorry, give me like I was gonna cry. But I just
It's so
I see myself and I
sad.
compare myself, when I was before. And now I see myself, I was like, oh my God, I'm so overweight. I'm 230 pounds. So I feel like really bad about it. And I don't know what to do, like how to pass that and say, I can keep going.
Let me ask you a couple questions. So how
God.
long ago did
She should not be doing this at all.
Oh, you've missed so much.
She should not be counseling her on anything.
She has, best channel. She has basically put on a disordered eating 101 seminar just now for nighttime.
She absolutely needs a registered dietitian. And no wonder she injured herself. She was doing 80-day obsession.
And she's probably doing other stuff. And she said she wasn't taking care of her body. So she wasn't eating, she probably wasn't eating enough food, and she wasn't sleeping and resting like she should be and recovering.
Yep, absolutely.
were you how long ago did you lose all that weight?
So I did 80 days starting on January. So I onto June. So I lost 35 pounds. So I was 160.
Was that this year though?
No, that was 2019. When I
2019.
lose all the weight.
2021. Okay, so like 4 or 5 years ago. And how old are you?
I'm
Oh my
37. 37. Yes.
Okay.
I don't even want to know where this is going.
So, one thing that we have to accept is that you're going to be a little heavier after you're 35. Like that's
Of course, she just said she's in physical therapy because she hurt her ankle.
Right.
It
She-
has nothing to do with.
She has an injury. So
I mean, friends, if those of you who are just like meeting me now and haven't been following me since beginning of the year, I had ankle surgery in March. I had to repair tendons. I did not walk for almost 3 months.
Yep. Yeah.
And my focus was not worrying about the weight. It's just making sure I ate food, because eating food helps with your recovery process.
Yep.
I ate mashed potatoes and mac and cheese for like the first 2 weeks. It was great.
Right. I ate whatever people brought me when I had my knee replacement. Whatever you bring up, I'm good. Like, let's go. But she's completely ignoring the injury. And she's like,
Yep.
oh, you've gotten older. That's
Yeah,
why.
no.
No.
So I would love you to read a book. Hold on, let me.
Oh,
find
Jesus
it.
Christ. It's Mindy Pell's.
1 second. Hold on, guys. There's a couple books. Okay, there's a couple books that I think would be great for you. Forever Strong. It's called Forever Strong. So what this book does, and I'm going to drop it in the group too, but
Oh my gosh, I ate so much peanut butter. I kept a jar of peanut butter and graham crackers by my bed. And it was so good. It was so good.
I probably would have done the same thing if we didn't have a 2-story house, if we didn't have a 1-story house.
Right? Okay, so it's going to be a hormone book. Yeah, let's see what she recommends.
it's all about
A
understanding
new,
what
a
happens
new
to your body.
science-based strategy for aging well.
Oh, okay. So it's because you're getting older.
Yeah, but I'm going to find out about this doctor.
Okay.
Age. And just so you know, you peak at 30. 30 years old is actually when our body peak. So you're going to have to learn to love this.
What?
No, you do start losing muscle mass. It's called scarpina in your 30s.
You
So
peak-
strength
you peak
training
at
is
30.
important. You don't peak at 30.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm going to have to look more at this book.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got another.
Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to tell you that you shouldn't lose some weight if it's going to make you feel better. I think you should. But I'm going to tell you 90% of that is nutrition. Right?
No, not
And studies are showing
necessarily.
more and more, ladies, that after a certain age, usually like 35 to 40, after that age, you should not be doing these excessive cardio pounding workouts. That actually will not serve your body. So I think
Oh my God, this is such a blanket statement and so not true.
I
Oh.
Oh, is
Hey,
that-
Autumn.
yeah. Right? Right? But then here's the problem though. We were told you sell whichever program is coming out. And so we would recommend that to everybody. Right? And guess what? The things that I do now to train, I probably couldn't have done when I was younger. So there's that. Yeah.
that extreme workout with your weight loss. And I'm telling you right now that that's not true. And actually 4 weeks for everybody, or if you want to do XB Pilates with me, the super block, that's when I'm starting Monday the 6th, that will probably serve your body better. Believe it or not.
You
But it's
don't
the
know
nutrition we're
that.
locking in. And you just told me it's desserts that we're locking in. I love you. I love
Yes.
you. Yes. Right. So we're going to do that. And we're going to do that together. And we're going to do it for all the way up until Thanksgiving. Okay. So what I want you to do this weekend is, first of all, I want you to get that book. I want you to get your plan in place. So spend time this weekend. Try some recipes that you really love. Right. So, and make sure that you have your plan in place. Then on Monday, you're going to start 1 week of testing your plan. That's all it is. You're going to test your plan. So you're going to try it and you'll be like, that doesn't work. I didn't like that. This didn't work. I was hungry at this time. You know, the other thing too is do not starve yourself all day. And then when you get to the dessert, you're out of control, right? Eat a really healthy meal, enjoy the piece of dessert, right? And then make sure you eat something after.
Right. And here's the thing. And I like what someone said, Hannah, spend time, spend money. Is the book a write-off? Can I get reimbursed for it? It's go out, purchase the book, purchase all of the things that you may need for any of these wackadoodle recipes that are on Gut Protocol, because they're not things that you're just going to have. And like the amount of money that you end up spending for specialty things is wild.
Putting a
Yeah, no. Okay.
Instagram account down to follow.
Okay. Jen's going to give you some resources while we finish listening to her.
So you're really satisfied in full, right? That's what we got to do. The other book that I love, guys, is You're Kind of a Big Deal. You're Kind of a Big Deal. I think that's Jen Sincero. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
and
no,
she's
there's
problematic
that
in
one
and of
also
herself.
called You're a Badass is one of my all-time favorites. You're a Badass.
Problematic.
And how is that going to help you recover and work on your ankle and all of okay. Educate yourself before you portray yourself as educated. Beautiful statement. I love that.
Yes, Patty really said something great. Patty, I love that. That's one thing that I discovered too with Gut Protocol. Have you done Gut Protocol, Maddie Lex? Have you done it?
Yes, I did it.
Okay.
I did it for, well, I didn't finish it. So 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2
but
weeks.
2 weeks is usually enough to kind of break it down. But Patty said something, I totally agree with that. My taste buds completely changed. So that when I had fruit, it tasted like candy. Fruit tasted like candy to me.
Fruit
And
never
when I
tastes
had
like candy.
peanut butter cup,
No.
it tasted gross because all I could taste was the chemicals. So when you do that, what that says to me is that your body craves natural sugar. It does. And it doesn't need the crap, but you've got to detox from it. You've got to take time to detox.
Oh my
from it.
gosh. She
There-
spent too much time with Autumn.
Detox.
Detox from the chemicals, but eat these fruits that are also chemicals. It is absolutely the
I was in Weight Watchers twice. Yes, sugar is sugar.
yeah, I was in Weight Watchers. I actually led a Weight Watchers at work group.
I hope that helps, honey.
No, it
But
doesn't
I'm
help.
excited.
Thank you so much.
You're gonna feel
And
amazing.
And I'm going to do it.
Everything is a chemical.
Are we eating borax? Oh my gosh.
Some people were drinking it earlier this year.
Yes, they were.
I'm going to start with that.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about that. All right, beautifuls. Oh, let me get a photo really quick. Where's Nicole? Nicole, come back.
Smile.
Here we go. You ready? Let me do a quick little photo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yay. I love you all. Give yourself credit today for showing up and taking this time to
And letting me yell at you.
This was a time where you said, I'm going to take care of myself.
You
I'm
learned
going to make
so
an effort
much.
in my health and wellness. I'm going to show up for this call so that I can make an effort to make myself healthy, physically and emotionally.
There was nothing she talked about this being healthy. Yeah, badass.
Yes,
book.
Ray, that's exactly. It's full of all of her books are full of.
Yeah, Kat's pretty much done. Is the badass book, is that a Jen Sincero?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my
This.
God.
Yep. Yes. All of this. I told you.
And she said she was going to physical therapy, so at least that's a good thing. But she also needs
And tell
to,
her you're working with your physical therapist. Do that and do what they tell you to do. And not
I
this.
had somebody that was working with a pelvic floor physical therapist while training with me, and I said, show your therapist the program. And if I need to make adjustments, I will make adjustments. And then I connected with the therapist and it's like, okay, what do I need? What are you doing with her? So I can take that out of her program. So you're doing it with her and we adjust things. It's like, when you do it right, it's not hard.
Right? Well, I loved streaming with you, but I hated this. Like,
Oh my God. I'm glad we didn't do 2 parts and we got it over with.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? We're just gonna bust through this because
Happy holiday week.
right?
Because who knows when we would have had time to do a part 2.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Because we're going into like after Thanksgiving is Christmas, and Christmas here is just not.
We need to find a short one to do so Santa can come on and give his insights as well.
I think Santa needs to see Brendan Bruschetta and Santa probably would have a lot to say about
Yeah.
Brent. So, oi. All right, and we can be everyone eat pie. Enjoy your pie. And you guys had some pretty fantastic suggestions
Oh
for
my
food.
gosh. Yes. Eat your pie, share it in your stories, and tag Kat. Be petty. I can't tag her on block, so
No,
somebody
I
else do it for me.
Same.
Oh,
All right. Well, live chat, you guys have been amazing. If you can go and like, comment, share all the YouTubey things. Follow Jen. Jen is going to be sharing a lot of things. She has a lot of notes from this. And
now I just have to actually make the posts.
I know there's so many things that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to share that. Oh my gosh, someone sent me the dry scooping thing. I need to do a post on that.
Did you see the story about the football player who dry scooped and
Yeah, someone
what
sent me
you're talking
that.
about?
Yep. And the same day there were body coaches dry scooping. So
Fantastic. It's just said in the article.
Yep.
I am going to attempt to start doing Instagram lives on Mondays
ooh, that's awesome. Okay.
in the mornings. So that's the plan. Because I'm off from my marketing job on Mondays. So
Awesome.
kids will be in school.
All
and it'll
right.
probably be like a coffee chat.
Well, I've got to go in and I've got to schedule an appointment with Jen.
Yes, she does. You can do a 30-minute one. You have two 30-minute options. You have two 30-minute calls and 1 hour call that you can use in a month. So you pick.
All right. I'll pick one, and it may have to be while I'm driving. So we'll go for my husband will be driving. How about that?
Yeah, I will make sure to have at least your first week of programming up so you can look at it to get an idea and be like, no, I want to do something else, and we can change it.
Okay. Awesome.
But expect lots of step ups and lunges.
Okay.
And step downs.
Okay. We got this.
And hip thrusts on the Smith machine. And squats with the Smith machine. And chest press with the Smith machine.
I'm excited. All right. Okay, you guys.
I love writing programming.
You have a wonderful holiday week. Eat everything that you want. Enjoy. Yep. And we will see you.
Liz, when you watch the replay again, stress ball, cuddly blanket, light a candle. That's a relaxing one.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
You'll need it.
Oh, God. All right. Well, thank you guys, and we will talk to you next time. Bye. I can't even hit the end stream button. I need to go back.
That's how Kat has flustered that much.
Dude, she has me flustered. Dang it. Oh my God.